Alright, hey guys, welcome back to Let's Talk Resident Evil Podcast, Episode 5. We're already on the 5th episode. And we have a stacked show. We have a lot to talk about, just some topics, and, this is going to be the last one for a little while, considering just, we're going to wait possibly until Revelations and stuff like that. We don't want to, keep going on for too long in the same stuff. But hopefully we're going to have a good show. I'm joined by Richard. Why don't you say hello?
Hello, guys. What's up?
And special guest, Perry.
Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, so we got the trio back, and we want to talk about... First thing we want to kind of knock on right now
Jill? Is that you, Jill?
Can you play Rebecca?
Can you play Rebecca?
We're just gonna
Stop it, Chris.
Chris, Barry. We're just gonna keep doing Resident Evil quotes for the rest of it. What? Stop it! Why are you laughing?
Wonder what made these
I
words.
have this! Now shut the fuck up, everyone, because Barry Burton's taking over the show.
But I just can't believe... Remember when he was over, Forrest's body, and you can keep clicking X on him? He's like, but I just can't believe. And you can just keep...
Oh, my God!
I love how, Jill runs in, she's like, Kenneth was killed too, maybe by this creature, when she just saw the guy die in the other room. Maybe by this creature! I don't know! Oh, man. Too many good, lines in that. That's the thing. I mean, I don't know if the actors were, they were English, right? They just sucked. The directing sucked with the acting.
I thought they were, German or something, weren't they?
I have no idea.
If you look at the credits, nobody has an English name.
Well, they don't even have last names. They didn't even want to be remembered for that shit. Little did they know it'd be a big-ass franchise, but it's just Jake. And I forget the girl who plays Jill. Her name's Inza.
Well, maybe they didn't want people to think that... They didn't want people to know that it was people from, Germany or Europe or whatever. They just wanted to Americanize it by not giving last names, which is stupid.
Possibly. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Revelations, the anticipation of that, and the PC release. And what is with, Revelations being a Revengeance or, The Revenge, stuff like that. All those weird, subtitles.
Because they have nothing else to do.
They really outplayed it, yeah.
Every other game is the same shit.
True.
Revenge, vengeance, revengeance. They had to make a whole new word for that.
Wasn't there a Tomb Raider Revelation?
Yeah, Revelations.
Yeah.
Anniversary.
Yeah. Legacy or Legends and shit. What? All that bullshit.
I think Capcom has used everything that they could use.
God knows what they have for their other series. Mega Man. I don't even want to start with that. There's
Mega Man has Legends.
Really? Wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they have Legends.
Oh, wow.
Mega Man Legends.
Devil May Cry stuck with numbers, I think, as well.
Except for the reboot.
And the reboot's just
Yeah, the reboot, thank God. Shit, that game needed a reboot.
Thank God for that, yeah. And with Revelations and everything, I mean, I think it'll be really refreshing when it comes to playing something new that is Resident Evil related, at least.
Yeah, but your fans have played it already. You haven't.
Yeah, I know. Well, some people haven't actually.
But I heard my friend told me just now on text, because we're going back and forth here. He said Revelations for I think the ones coming out on the consoles is going to have different monsters or something now.
Yeah, they might have additional stuff in there,
newer monsters and bosses and shit like that.
I hope it'll probably look best on PC, which is what I wanted to talk about, the PC release of that. You're probably going to be getting it on PC eventually, when you build your rig or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if my rig is done by hopefully I'm going to get all the parts by next week. So if I get all the parts by next week, I'll get the game and I'll check it out. But I'm probably going to get it for the Wii U also, because I have a system that has no games for it now. So. And Amazing Spider-Man really disappointed me, big time.
On Wii U?
It has horrible screen tearing.
On the Wii U, right?
Yeah, there are glitches of the buildings glitch out. It's horrible. I can't believe it. It's called the Ultimate Edition. It's the ultimate piece of shit edition.
Well, do you
the one for PS3 and Xbox are really good.
Well,
even the one on the regular Wii is really good. Even though it has, they actually tailored the graphics to match the Wii, so they're not trying to be like the PS3 and look like shit. They tailored it, and that one is pretty good actually. It's stable. This one on the Wii U, it was so fucking bad. I had to go trade it back into Best Buy. I got $40 back.
Damn.
I got my money back.
Well, now because you're the only one who has a Wii U within everybody right now, and do you think like that will affect Revelations? Do you think that might have an effect on the gameplay? Or do you think Capcom is solid? Because I
haven't heard anything about it, but I'm hoping that you can use the gamepad for like an inventory or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just to make it a little bit easier for me, I guess, or whatever.
Well, Resident Evil's always been solid on Nintendo as far as I'm concerned. I'm surprised they haven't announced more titles.
Until they screw it up, though. This isn't a mainstay in the franchise. This is a spin-off, so they could get sloppy and fuck up on it. But I hope they don't.
Well, they had spin-offs, they had the Dark Side and the Umbrella, and they, ported stuff. I'm surprised we're not seeing more, content, because it is a new system. It is going to be joining whatever the
I don't understand. It's on proprietary disc that can fit.
Yeah.
People are saying, it's Blu-rays. I'm not sure if it's Blu-ray. I don't think it is, but it's Nintendo proprietary. It could be proprietary Blu-rays, but they aren't fucking Blu-ray, straight up. So, it depends on... They have the same amount of space as a Blu-ray, though. So they can fit on whatever they want. It just depends if they're going to do it or not.
Is the Wii U backwards compatible?
Yes, with the Wii it is.
Oh, okay, cool. Because you can play Resident Evil Archives and
Umbrella. You can do all that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. So it'd be nice if they were to release a little bit more content. I was surprised I didn't see RE6 on the Wii U, but I guess they could do that, but they probably wouldn't. I guess. I don't really know. Because you think they could port it over. Wii U looks like a powerful system because when you think of Wii compared to PS3 and Xbox, it's kind of it can't really compete as well. But I think they could port RE6, but I don't even think they want to port that game over there. They might as well just do Revelations to keep going forward with that. I think.
I'm surprised they haven't ported 6. I think because 6 did so bad that they decided not to put it over there.
Yeah, they don't want to milk it. Well,
because look at Aliens. I don't mean to jump into Aliens on the Resident Evil thing, but
it's true though.
Aliens, Colonial Marines. I was really waiting for it to come out the day it came out. I went to Best Buy. I was like, "Where the hell is the game for the Wii U?" And I didn't find it on the shelf. Then I went home online and it said it was delayed. And I was like, "Great! Now the fucking game is never going to come out." What happens? 2 weeks ago, they announced the game was canceled for the Wii U.
Wow.
And that had a lot of promise because it was supposed to... You're supposed to have the radar on the gamepad, dude, with the noise coming out of the gamepad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was going to be sweet. But Gearbox fucked that game up so bad that, they canceled it.
Damn.
But they made sure Borderlands was fucking made the right? Bunch of assholes.
I hate Borderlands. Fuck that game.
I don't hate Borderlands, but I hate Gearbox because, dude... Seriously, the shit that they showed on Colonial Marines last year...
It was a different game.
At E3 looked a million times better than what we got. What we got was, put together in, a week. By, a fucking teenager who just learned coding.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
The first mission. I only played a little bit with a few of my
friends. And I heard Fox is actually suing them.
For how bad it was? Because did they lose money in that?
What happened was Gearbox was working on it. Then they pushed it aside and they sent it over to another developer. And I believe they sent it to another developer after that. And that guy, Randy Pitchford, whatever the fuck his name is, right? Faggot guy. Oh, yeah, we love these series. We want to do the thing justice and do it right.
Just to the movie, yeah.
He actually did a promo. It's on YouTube saying he wants to do the Alien franchise movie justice with the game, okay? Just go and watch that and then look at the game he gave us. What happened was he decided they finished the game, they sent it to him, and he was like, oh my God, this game fucking sucks. What are we going to do? So he actually asked Fox for an extension and to delay it till the end of this summer because he was going to have it reworked on again. Fox said, no, we're on a deadline, and that was our contractual thing. You release it or we're suing you.
Damn.
He released that piece of shit. They saw absolutely no sales. They saw the horrible reviews, and they're suing him anyway for whatever breach of clause. Because I think the breach of the contract was Gearbox themselves had to work on it, and they were not allowed to outsource it, which they did 2 times.
So they breached contract, pretty much.
They breached contract, and everyone got fucked in the ass over it.
Well, let's hope nothing like that ever happens with Capcom and shit, because...
come on, you know that's going to happen, sooner or later.
Well, yeah, probably. Well, I mean, thankfully, when they do a Resident Evil game, and, you know, like Revelations to do a port, they get it out when they want. It doesn't seem rushed. Like, RE6 was in production for way before it was announced, though. I mean, that's the thing. You'd think with a game that has a lot of, like, time, it does... Or, you know, because RE6 is, like, the most... you know, it was over... like 600 some people doing that game, and like that was the most production they put out for a game, and it still turned out kind of a disappointment. So it's kind of amazing how like with 6 it kind of turned out like that, but with Revelations,
just call it Resident Evil sucks.
Yeah, Resident Evil sucks. But
hey, you know what's funny? At Best Buy, for $41, they actually have an Archives edition, and it's just sitting there. Nobody even cares about it on Xbox.
Oh wait, for 6?
Yeah, it's just sitting there lonely. Nobody wants it.
Well, yeah, nobody's going to get that. I mean, the DLC sucks. I, mean,
I would have actually rebought it for PS3 if they had it. They don't have it, though. Because I got banned from PSN.
Oh, yeah.
So I lost all my shit. And I accidentally, dumbass, when I bought the Anthology. What the fuck is it? The Anthology or the Archives?
Anthology for... PS3, it's Archives for Xbox.
Anthology, dumbass me. I had already purchased Resident Evil 4. I redeemed the fucking code off of the card, and it's like, okay, you've redeemed it. And I was like, wait a minute,
wow.
I already fucking own it.
It lets you redeem it even though RE4 was on the hard drive?
Even though I bought it. Yeah, it let me redeem it, and I can't redeem it anymore.
God,
so I got fucked over that. By accident, I did that, because I didn't even realize it.
Wow.
So, I mean... I got banned, but the games that I bought, I could still use. But obviously, if I could find that for $41, I can have all those things on my download queue again. So that'll be nice.
Everybody told me. Yeah, well, I mean, I hope that like I can eventually get the Anthology thing, because everybody told me, it was like, hey, why are you getting Archives? You already have everything. I'm like, oh, well, I just like to get the highest edition of everything, I guess. I'm just a sucker for that, and I spent the money, and I still have RE5 the game, RE5 Gold. I got all those codes. I gave Richard my Code Veronica one because I could care less.
Hey, I'm sorry about I'm not sorry. I'm shocked that they didn't release a Resident Evil 6 Gold Edition or Complete Edition or with all the DLC.
I'm surprised they would have announced it already, because like with RE5 it was like
didn't the Gold Edition come out like a year after RE5's original release?
That's what I was just about to bring up. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah, it was like, wasn't it like a year or two?
It was, because I remember the actual content came out 2010. That was the first Let's Play I did on my channel. It was
like February 2010, I think.
It was February, yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, what the... And you know, people that bought the Xbox edition of that got really suckered big time.
Yeah, because the fucking...
They just got a fucking voucher and the same exact game disc.
Yeah. I got the one you sent me. I got it sealed still.
Dude, Best Buy has 2 of those used for $12.99. I'm gonna fucking go out and buy them tomorrow.
Nice.
Just to have them on me, because they're really. I love that game.
Yeah, I need. Oh, who doesn't? I mean, I need gold for 360. I need that. And but
you'll never find that game.
Well, I'll go online.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But why don't you look now and see how much it is?
I could, actually. I don't think it's that much, considering that it's not... I mean, it's not even that old. Go on eBay.
Hey, by the way, all you people out there, I'll hook you up with a deal right now. I usually don't do this.
For Resident Evil?
No. Go out and buy Wizard of Oz on Blu-ray, the 70th edition, 70th anniversary edition on Blu-ray.
Because you guys are fans of that.
Well, listen to me. It sells at Walmart for $7.88 or $14.95 or something like that. It's selling on eBay for like $35. People are buying them. So, if you know, I know it's not Resident Evil, but
if you like Wizard of Oz,
no, if you like money, go out and buy it and resell it. Shit.
True.
Then go buy Resident Evil crap.
I have an extra RE2 copy, and I'm thinking about having some like type of contest thing for it.
Nah, don't do that. Sell it.
I might actually. Oh, it's $23 sealed right here.
What?
$23.97 actually. A Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition for Xbox, brand new, factory sealed.
How many does he have?
I don't know. There's so many though. There's so many of the same thing. Like, there's one who's just selling the download only. Shows right here. Isn't Revelations only $50?
Revelations? I think it was only 40 or something, right?
Is it only 40? Richard, do you know that?
I don't know.
I heard it was 50.
Why just $10? They should make it 40, honestly.
I don't know. Let's see.
Considering it's the same like thing, it's the same concept. Because it should be like 40 across the board for like PC as well. Wii U.
As like a thank you to 6 people that bought 6, they should just fucking make it $19.99. But they won't do that because they gotta like, oh, we gotta see if this sells and still rip people off. Resident Evil.
Did RE5 Gold for Xbox come with a slipcase?
Not Revelations, Revelatons.
Revelator.
Yeah, it is $50. God. Oh, jeez. God. Oh.
$50. Well, I hope there's like not DLC for that game. Honestly.
Man, it's not even listed for the PC. Is that downloadable only? Because I don't want to do that.
Oh, that's bullshit. If it's
I have to import it or something.
Well, RE6 wasn't.
No, but Raccoon City actually was. You can't buy that. Yeah, you can only download that game.
Oh, fuck that.
But if you go on eBay, though, you can buy like the Canadian version or the UK version or something. And you can actually, it's region free, obviously, because it's a computer. And you could do it that way, but it's still like $30, man.
Well,
a lot of money.
That is.
I always just buy it just to check it out.
Well, I think Revelations, at least, we're fucking excited for it and actually play it. And
might get leaked out early.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why I'm planning on doing my review.
Richard, you need to get a hacked Xbox.
I wouldn't mind one.
Yeah, and hook this guy up.
Well, I can hook him up any day of the week. I mean, it just really depends on...
What the hell are you talking about?
Well...
Hook him up any day of the week. What the fuck is that all about?
Richard knows about that, But...
No, I don't think he is. I think you're forcing it on him.
No. No. All jokes aside, I don't... That'd really be...
Oh, Richard, what you need is you need a JTAG. RGH, JTAG, or whatever. You have everything on a hard drive. You don't need to worry about shit.
But he can't go online with the JTAG.
No, but he already has an Xbox, so he can go online with that, right? Dog?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, yeah, that would consider you getting an additional Xbox, but, dude...
Yeah, but he could buy one. He could buy Slim online for like $100.
Yeah, they go for 100 in, like, EB Games and stuff now, GameStop and all that shit.
No.
It's only like 100.
No, that's the fat ones.
Well, fuck it. I got a fat one hack.
Get a Slim, because then it won't red ring and you don't have a problem. And, yeah, I know, guys, Slims do red ring at some point, but for the most part, they kind of don't. I've had no problems with Slims. I've modded about 20 Slims already. I've had no problems with those.
Well, Richard, if you ever get that extra cash and you're considering it, you will save a fuck load of money in the long run. Like, I have so many games, like over $3,000.
Well, yeah, but Ant doesn't have a JTAG yet. So whenever he gets the nuts to go get one, then he can get a JTAG, and then he can learn how to use it and put his own shit on there.
Yeah. But, okay, so, yeah.
And by the way, guys, I'm not just saying this to cover my butt. I actually do own, like, all the games that I do. I have a JTAG system. I have a few of them, actually. And I actually do buy the games. Sometimes they get leaked out early, but I still go out and buy them. And I copy them right to the hard drive, and I don't have a problem with them.
Yeah, like, I got ORC early, and then I bought it.
Max Payne 3.
Tomb Raider.
Max Payne 3.
I had Tomb Raider for like a month before it came out. I went out and I bought it.
I never picked up Tomb Raider. I just beat it.
I got Tomb Raider for PS3 and for 360. I bought them both.
Yeah.
Because I got a buy two, get one free at Target.
I'm probably going to buy Revelations for PS3 and Xbox as well. And not at once, maybe, but I want to get the ports.
Get the Xbox one first.
Yeah, and then I'll see if...
the price will drop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The PS3...
People might not buy it. They might be like, you know what, they fucked me over on 6, I don't want this shit.
Possibly. I mean, I hope they're not that close-minded.
Yeah, fans are going to try it anyway.
Yeah, if they don't have a 3DS, because 3DS is just like, like
No, I mean, people, even if they do have a 3DS, they'll go out and buy it. You think people want to, like, put their heads down and crack their fucking necks and play
fans are going to be fans, and we're pretty much all fans of Resident Evil here, so we can speak for ourselves when we say that we will go out and buy it, even though we already played it. Well, I know, Perry, you only played the demo, right?
I'll go out and buy, I played the demo. It's funny, because I opened the game, I was going to play it, and I just never got around to it.
And you got Rivalitons, right?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, and then Richard played a good, 5-6 hours on it?
Yeah, friend let me use it while I was at his place, and got a good chunk out of it.
Yeah.
5 hours, yeah.
I played, like, the first chapter, midnight launch of RE6. Friend had it, and I played it.
Midnight launch.
Yeah. That was the last midnight launch I actually went to. Well, no, I went to Halo. Yeah, that was the last one.
Oh, come on.
That was fun. They had a tournament out in front of GameStop that had a big projector screen. That was kind of cool. I kind of like that. RE6, there is, like, not as many people. Some people were there for the new NBA game. Kind of weird. Like, they were there in line, and I was, like, sitting there, and they're like, yeah, we did it for NBA. And I'm just like, oh, well.
You know what you need to fucking do next time you go to a midnight launch? Stay in the line and just be like, hey, is this the new Xbox line or something? Or like a stupid game that's not even coming out that day.
Is this Hello Kitty Roller Rescue? Like,
whatever
that game.
So, hey, man, is this Donkey Kong for Xbox line? Let's be right off the fuck. You'd be like, get off the line. Hey, that reminds me. When I waited for the Xbox 360, when it first came out, I waited on the line all freaking night at Best Buy, and I worked there, and that sucked. But, you still have to wait on the line. There was a guy in, like, army clothing. Legit, every 5 minutes, this guy was walking and doing, like, a face count to make sure nobody cut the line.
What the hell?
He would walk up to you, look at you, walk up to the next guy, look at the next guy. If he noticed somebody different out of the line, he fucking started screaming and yelling and everything. Big, tall guy. He wore army clothing. It was crazy.
You could kick him out, though, if he started a disturbance.
Yeah, he actually did kick people out, because you know what? There was a guy waiting on the line, and then a car rolled up, and like 5 people popped out of this car and got next to that guy. This fucking guy ran over there and be like, yo, get off the fucking line right now. And then they're like,
damn.
We're just waiting with him. He's like, get off the fucking line. Wait till he gets his Xbox tomorrow morning and then fucking hang out with them. And they all got off the line because they're scared shit of the guy. And then I wasn't there for the PS3 launch because I was, I didn't want it.
Well, man.
But at my store on the PS3 line, some guy drove by and threw eggs at the people at the beginning of the line. Okay? These people ran off of the line, got in their car, followed the guy, chased the guy in their car, and apparently the people following the guy like somehow swerved and hit like a tunnel or something. They hit a part of a tunnel, a car tunnel over there.
What the fuck? What the hell goes on?
They fucked their car up, and they couldn't get their systems, I guess.
Over a console. Like, yo, that motherfucker threw eggs. Like, just run after him. Like, holy shit.
Well, what would you do? Would you stand there? The eggs smell, man.
I'm getting my Xbox, dude. Fuck it.
PlayStation 3, dude.
Oh, PS3? I'm getting my PS3. Like, I've been waiting in line probably since, like, the morning before. Like, I'm not getting out of line and getting in a fucking accident that I could probably kill myself or get pulled over by a cop. Because a cop could have seen that shit.
It was in the fucking ghetto, man.
Oh, well,
it was Yonkers, New York. Yonkers, New York, everyone.
There you go.
That's where I used to work.
Oh, man. Well, with that being said, we could go on to our next topic. And it's something that I was thinking about, and it kind of has to do with the survival horror thing. I don't know if you listened to the last episode, Perry, but we talked about if survival horror, true survival horror, can be revived like it used to be, like truly. And but this kind of goes along with that, but not necessarily. It's like, will the future of gaming affect game series like Resident Evil? Like, will there be a time period? Will there be a time period where it might not be like relevant, or they might not just make it like survival horror, they'll just completely change the formula. Not just for Resident Evil, maybe things like, Silent Hill or Dead Space. But, like, I have a feeling, like, certain genres can die out, or they might change the dynamics a little bit. And I don't know if it could affect Resident Evil, but, I mean, it's just, if you look at Resident Evil now, and me and Rich were talking about this before, it's like, with the reboot, they have to, like, really, like, they can either make the reboot really good or make it really bad. And that could be introducing action elements or keeping it the true survival horror. And I don't know if they might be like, well, we'll look at the technology, and we really want to...
All right, Nick. All right. All right, what? Nick.
I'm not him. No.
Oh, yeah, you're talking over everybody.
I didn't hear you talk.
I didn't talk because I was like, all right, is he going to be done now? And then you're like, rah, rah, rah. Is he going to be done now? Rah, rah, rah. Is he going to be done now? And then I was like, all right, fuck this, Nick. I got to cut in.
I'm trying to get my point across.
I know what you're saying, but you know what? I already have answers for you.
Go ahead.
That already happened. They did that with Resident Evil 4 and 5. They forgot about the genre, they went with the higher technology, and they made action games.
Well, I'm saying with this whole reboot, people have this idea that it might go back to the roots or it might benefit the series, but what if it's making it worse? Like, what if they look at this and they don't take advantage of...
Well, if they make it worse, they've killed the franchise. And I think that this game, like we said before, Revelations, if this game comes out and it's a smash hit, they're going to have to go back to either making another Revelations-type-esque game, doesn't have to be a sequel, or rebooting it like Revelations, or whatever. I don't know. But they've already went the action route, they've already went with the updated technology route, and it has failed them. Look at 6 with those real-time cutscenes. Nobody gives a shit about that stuff. It was cool, but the story suffered, the characters suffered. I mean, it was just... 6, they crammed too much shit into that game, and it was because they were trying to be up-to-date with the times. And for a game like that, with horror and all that stuff, I don't know. It just didn't come across... Their point of mixing action with horror just did not come across the right way. And I think that's why your fans are upset about the way that 6 turned out.
Well, I think that with Resident Evil 6 and everything, and looking at where we stand and how I don't like how everything's, fucking pressured on Revelations, because I have a bad feeling, like, the fact that it is a port, it's like you can't really rely on sales like that. But I just... Capcom is known for being dickheads to fans because they don't fucking listen. Yeah, but you know what?
If they didn't port this game, I'd be pissed. Because I really don't want to play it on my Game Boy for DS, whatever the hell you want to call it, for 20 hours.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm happy they did that too. But
I'm already mad that Link to the Past 2 is on freaking 3DS. I don't want to sit there all day and all night playing that stupid game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, I have a feeling that Capcom they don't listen to fans, first of all. And, like, if
no,
fans...
they don't. That's why they are releasing this game, because they are listening to themselves. You know what I mean? They're looking at their own numbers, and they're going to say, okay, releasing this game at $49.99 is a huge mistake. Right after you just fucking screwed all your customers on 6, or a majority of customers on 6 that didn't like the game.
That is true.
You want them to go and say, all right, we're just going to slice $10 off the price. You'll pay more than the DS version of this game. Well, I think the 3DS one was $39.99 or something like that because people complained. They said that $50 for a game is too much on 3DS, and they actually sliced the price to $39. But you have them pay an extra $10 for a game that's a year old or will be a year old on a console.
It's already a year old, right? This February, yeah.
After you screwed everybody over on 6, which was $10 more, I don't know, man.
Plus, with the shitty DLC that followed and all that bullshit, it's like, you think they'd... I hope... There better not be any add-ons for this fucking game. There better not be any updates. Well, maybe if there was, like, a bug or something. But I don't want to see fucking maps. I don't want to see, like,
I don't think you're going to see that.
Shit.
I don't think you're going to see that.
I don't want to see that. I do not want to see that. That would fucking piss me off. They're greedy.
I don't think you will. Because this game is just... This game is probably like a test run. They just want to see if it's going to sell. They might just end the series like fucking Mega Man. Where's that motherfucker? He's gone.
True.
They canceled every game that they had planned for that guy, and that was it.
Now, was that because of money? Because they weren't selling? Or was it
because
just
they made shitty Mega Man games towards the end, and people got disinterested. They moved Mega Man to DS, and it was actually selling pretty good on the DS, but a majority of people just didn't get the DS, and they didn't want to deal with it. And they decided, you know what? We're just going to stop doing Mega Man stuff. You know? And they like to fucking tease the fans with Mega Man, but they don't deliver. They never deliver on that whole thing. And now it just came out the other day that they canceled a Mega Man first-person shooter, which didn't sound good to begin with, but...
That's like making an RE, like, a legit... I know there was, like, the Survivor series, but it's like going... Like, Mega Man, I mean, I'm not a real big fan of Mega Man, but I know that, like, to jump from how it was to make a first-person game is completely out of... Like, that's fucking retarded.
Well, they did that with Resident Evil, and look what happened. I mean...
Well, I know, but it wasn't a legit first-person shooter.
You have people that work there that are trying to get all these crappy games done, and... When one game or one franchise just isn't hot anymore, they put it away. Why do you think they basically gave Mega Man up for Devil May Cry? I mean, was that a good decision? I like the new Devil May Cry. I think it's a good game.
But there is a lot of Mega Man. Like, Mega Man is Capcom's baby, kind of.
Mega Man was Capcom's mascot.
Yeah.
Like Sonic was Sega's, and Sonic still is Sega's mascot, and, you know.
Yeah.
Nintendo will always have Mario as their mascot, but you can't... What they did, they destroyed a franchise.
So you really think they would have the balls to do that?
Here's the thing. If they would have made that first-person game, it would have sucked anyway, and people would have complained. But the bottom line is, dude, he wasn't even a playable character in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Ultimate.
I did notice that.
His costume was in there for zero. Big deal. Okay? And then you tease him by putting the little block guy headpieces in, what was that, Dead Rising?
Oh, yeah.
You tease them with that. You tease the guy with the guy can also get the Mega Buster and the Mega Man costume. I mean, they're always teasing it to make fans excited, and they never deliver on it. You know,
well, do you think they have the balls just to do that to Resident Evil?
I think as long as people buy the games, shitty or not, they're always going to churn that name out and make money. But look what happened with Mega Man. You know, he got whored out so much that he was just put to rest. It's like he got AIDS from being a whore and he died. It's as simple as that.
Well, I mean, Resident Evil, lately they haven't been, like, they never really milked it. They just, you know, I think with, like, Outbreak...
Please, look at 6. You just said it yourself. All the maps, all the DLC, they milked that.
I know, well...
It's much shit. The problem is, were people dumb enough to buy all that crap? Probably.
Well, with DLC, yeah, but with the game titles, because I'm referring it back to Mega Man. Mega Man milked the game titles that were released. Resident Evil, they don't really milk as much titles. DLC, yeah, I can agree. Resident Evil 6 they even had that fucking PC shit with Left 4 Dead 2. I brought that up the other podcast. That was stupid. Who the fuck wants to play as Coach, running around mercenaries? Who the fuck cares?
Because I told you, Anthony, they have a stack full of copies at a warehouse somewhere, and they gotta get rid of them.
Yeah. Fucking gonna play as, like, Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince. That's what Coach looks like, just running around, like, you know, fucking shooting shit. I'm just like, well, like, it doesn't make the game better.
Dude, if they made a Fresh Prince add-on, they would sell that game in 5 minutes.
Got Carlton and shit.
Yeah, it's Will Carlton and Uncle Phil.
You would do the taunt, and then Carlton would do his dance.
Yeah, you could do that.
The song comes on that from I don't even know the song. It's like da da da.
It's unusual.
Yeah. All the zombies start dancing with it. Like, yeah, all that shit.
See, that would be great.
That would sell. Yeah.
It would be stupid for fans. Fans would rip it apart, but it'd be funny, and it would sell because it's unique. It's something weird. It's fun.
Yeah, it'd make fun of the fact that, hey,
but
we
then
fucked
again,
up.
we're thinking about how Capcom probably would think if they're in a situation.
Yeah,
I see what Capcom's trying to do. They're trying to put two properties together,
make some money,
to try to make some money back. But the bottom line is, why?
Well, did it sell well on Steam and all that PC shit?
I don't think so.
I mean, there is a PC core fan base for Resident Evil. There always was, but I mean, I don't know if it Because RE5,
I don't think it's as big as console.
Well, nothing really is when it comes to Resident Evil.
Because if it was so big, why wasn't Operation put on there? On disc. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised because RE5, like from what you said, but RE5, I remember I got good response from fans, like on PC.
I think the problem was they didn't put that on disc, so they figured, okay, it didn't sell well because it was digital. We'll sell 6 on disc, which was probably a huge fucking mistake. They should have sold 6 on digital, and even though I don't agree with digital, but obviously now you have a warehouse full of 6 copies, and you don't know what to do with them.
You're going to have to bury them like E.T. and shit. Like, go out in the desert, bury them.
You're going to have to just put them on, send them to the dollar stores. Dollar Tree, mark them for $1 and sell them. That's it.
Yeah.
Liquidate them. Get rid of them.
Yeah. Well, I hope, like, I don't know. I just hope they don't, like, Capcom, they really need to get their heads on straight. Even for a reboot, or like a 7 or reboot, I don't give a fuck what they're doing. I don't care.
You know what they need to do? Release Revelations. Figure out what the hell they're going to do with the series. In the meantime, why don't you re-release on the Wii U or on the fucking Virtual Console, or not Virtual Console, well, it is Virtual Console, whatever the hell. Release on the Wii U, PSN, Xbox Live. Re-release the GameCube versions. Re-release the Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil Remake. See how those sell.
True.
And then you go from there. You say, all right, the series still has some, life left in it. You update it with achievements and all that crap. Obviously, make it into widescreen. Improve, make it HD. I mean, it was already remade in HD, but it's still got the full screen thing going on and everything. They can fix that.
Yeah, they could.
And you put those 2 games out and you see how those do, and then you make a decision. All right, we got a lot of people buying this version, this reboot of it. So what should we do?
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
And hell, maybe they'll reboot it and they'll reboot it differently. Maybe they'll reboot it instead of Chris and Jill's story. They'll reboot it from Leon and Claire's story. I don't know. It makes no sense to do that, but they might. I have no idea.
Yeah, who knows with a reboot? I mean, whether they do a 7 or a reboot, either way, I just don't want them to, like, fuck it up and just make things worse, because Capcom is...
Yeah, but look at Devil May Cry.
I know, but, like, I just have a feeling that they, like, they're struggling with this name Resident Evil. Like, it's a fucking weight on their shoulders that they can't handle. I just feel like that. I just feel like they don't want, like, any more to do with, like, making things, like, well-known or making things, like, reaching out to fans. They just want to, like, get something out just for money.
They're burning out the franchise.
Yeah, like, I understand if it disappears for 2 or 3 years, because I know Capcom's working on Dead Rising 3. I know they're working on other shit, So, fine, maybe, like, another DMC sequel. I don't fucking, who gives a fuck? Either way, they're working on something. So, I say that after Revelations, they can see how it does and possibly do what you said if they get the license from... Because, see, those GameCube games are only licensed to Nintendo. If they expand the license and re-release Remake out on the...
yeah, but you're talking about a license that probably expired years ago. I mean,
that is true.
We are what, 11 years from the both, right? Didn't they? The other one came out
it was
early
like
2002, and the other one came out late 2002.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was like fall 2002 for Zero, I think.
So I mean, that was to the GameCube. If they're really exclusive to Nintendo, why haven't they been on the Wii? I mean, well, they are the Archives Edition, but that's different.
Well, I mean, yeah, because then it just shows if they want to make an effort to reach out to fans. Because, again, I would want them to do that, but for some reason I just know they're not. Because that's just what they do. And that's unfortunate because, like, I understand, I want them to take, like, a little break. I don't care, like, when a 7 or a reboot or whatever the hell we're going to get next. If it's another spin-off, who knows? But, I mean, I don't really care. Maybe another, like, CG movie to kind of clear up some plot holes, maybe, if they want to save their own ass. But, I mean, whatever the case is...
Yeah, but you know what? How many hardcore fans are going to watch that? Or casual fans?
Well, true, but a lot of people did like the Degeneration and Damnation ones.
Yeah, those were good. I mean, because they follow the story of the games. You know what I mean? They add a little more to it, and they go with... It's not like those crappy movies, that have nothing to do with anything. But, man, I don't know. If they release a 7, I think it's a big mistake. I really do.
Yeah.
Maybe they just go and release subtitles. Not subtitles like, on the screen,
Spin-offs.
but spin-offs. Yeah, you do that, and you see how that works. Just to keep the franchise going, but not keep it the same. You know what I mean? Try different things. I mean, people would go nuts about that, but then again, they would probably find their niche doing that. I don't know.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to wait for...
They just need to go back. They need to just stop what the fuck they're doing, go back and tell one story and keep going with it.
Well, Richard, what do you think? Because you've been quiet for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I don't see why they have a reason to burn this series out, or like why they even need to make shitty games for cash grabs when you have so many ideas with Resident Evil. Like in the last podcast, I mentioned that if they wanted for Resident Evil 7, they could make a prequel that goes back to the 60s and follows the story of George Trevor, because he's the guy who created the mansion, and
He built that.
yeah, he built the mansion, and then his family was taken away from him, and then he tried to escape the mansion, and ultimately he did not survive. But how cool would it be to actually like go back and then see things from a different point of view in that
And survival
mansion?
horror.
And like that's just one of the many ideas that they could do, you know. It's just a shame that they just don't really like think outside the box a bit more and, look back on the series of what they can do.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing, because there's no problem with the sequel going back to different things, because like you can make it work if you make a good sequel. I don't know. I just personally think that's how it would be.
I like the idea, but the thing is, how many of those can you make?
Well, I mean,
They can go with one or two of them, and then what do they do from there? Then they have to either
They'd probably have to go back to the
reboot it
present
again,
time.
or they have to go with 7, and what are they going to do? You know what I mean?
well, that could be your 7, a prequel type, because
You can't do that. Like, look at 0. They had to call it 0 because they just wanted to fit it in there somehow. You know what I mean? That's bullshit. 0. The fuck is a 0? Might as well call it Resident Evil negative.
-1.
They could call it 7 if they really wanted to.
Or make it a spin-off and make like something make sense that we didn't get from the get-go. Because I think that if they made
As a spin-off, yeah, that'd be great. Or like I said, or maybe they reboot it to that. They start out with that game first, and then they work their way up. That's the only way I can see that working.
That's what me and Richard were talking about. Like that could either work as a sequel or a little prequel thing, or just a complete reboot altogether. It really depends. Yeah.
That'd be a hell of a reboot, though, because then you get all the information in the beginning. You know.
Yeah, that people didn't get in the files. I mean, newer fans will be like, "What the fuck is this?" But older fans will definitely get that.
Yeah, but newer fans will be accustomed to it because it's new, and they're new. So what's the point?
Yeah, but again, we were talking about how people might not be like, well, it's not like, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, but you know what?
Action.
No matter what you do with this franchise or any franchise that's popular, you're always going to get people bitching.
Yeah.
Always. No matter what. The game's good, the game's bad, there's always going to be bitchers out there.
Yeah, so I think Capcom should go with just what they feel, but they shouldn't. I know money's always there. That's why these things are made in the first place. But
yeah, that's why. Because look at the money. Shit.
Well,
the
money isn't there right now. So
didn't 6 sell out in pre-orders like when they first announced it?
Maybe.
Because all they did was show you these fucking movie trailers. And they didn't show you anything. They just got you hyped up and excited for the game, and then it was a big letdown.
Well, I mean, they're going to stop making money if they stop fucking looking at what the fans want and just stop worrying about that. Like,
yeah, but look at the movies. The movies are always number one when they come out, and the movies fucking suck. And it's not that you're having hardcores going to the movies. You're having casual people going to the movies.
Well, yeah, but the games, though, like, the games were lacking.
Don't matter. Hey, you know what? Just to fuck all you fans over, they might reboot this series into the movie.
No!
Yeah, they might do it. Because the movie's making so much money, they might say, you know what, fuck this. Let's follow the movie.
I'd leave.
Then you'll have,
you
have 20 Resident Evil movies, and you'll have, one game, and you got 19 more to go.
That's like a fan's worst nightmare. Mare. What the hell? Mel.
Nightmare.
Night mail.
Kind of
Night
post
mail.
office you get.
I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what slip up that was. Nightmare. Fans' worst nightmare right there. Because first of all, we have to sit and watch painfully as these movies come out. We want a reboot, and the fact that with that coming out, we would never get a reboot. We keep getting Alice movies and Paul W.S. Anderson.
Paul W.S. Anderson, he makes a cameo in every game. Come on.
Oh, like, he'll start writing the games. He'll be there. They'll bring him into the studio. They'll be like, hey, yeah, write this down. What do you think will be good with this scene? It's like, no, now he's behind the games, too? Fucking Shinji Mikami, if you were ever...
Oh, my wife's not in this scene. Let me write her in.
We gotta model my wife after this character. Come on. Just like the movie.
God damn it, I hope they get divorced. I swear to God.
They won't because of the money.
Whatever.
Yeah, they probably won't. Well, I hope that doesn't happen. Fuck that shit. That shit would just be too fucking...
You fans might be asking for it. They might reboot it into the movies. And then you're all fucked.
Pretty much...
I don't have a problem walking away from it and just playing the old games. Because that's what you do. There are games...
Look at Mega Man!
There are games that just end. There are games that never get sequels. And what do? You just go back and play them. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, and they could do that with a few more RE sequels. I'm not saying this has to go on forever. I just think it's just too soon to reboot. Other people think otherwise. I think it could be a good idea if they do it right, but, I mean, they can... I mean, at the end of the day, if you really look at it from anybody's perspective, this fucking... They can fuck it up.
These people fucked up Dead Rising. Okay? Yeah. They made 1 and 2, was alright. Then they made this other thing, this alternate part 2. And then they made all these, Xbox Live versions of part 2?
I don't know.
Right? What the fuck is that all? They hoard that game out. Big time.
I gave up with that game.
Yeah, and the one Dead Rising 2, whatever the hell that game is called.
It's like Frank West.
Something. Yeah, you play as the guy from the first game again, and you can't even play online. It's like a party game.
You can't play co-op?
Not online.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
That was the funnest part about Dead Rising 2.
No shit, asshole.
Well, fuck that game.
That's why nobody bought it. And look what happened. Are they announcing a new Dead Rising anytime soon?
Didn't they announce a third one?
They're working on it. If anything, we'll hear about it this E3.
That's what I said when.
They were working on Mega Man Legends 3 also, and look what happened. Fucking game got canceled.
That is true, though. They could cancel Dead Rising. They can cancel anything they want if they don't see money in there and it coming from it. So.
Well, I don't know. This is like everyone's killing their shit.
Yeah, this is the worst generation of gaming. This really is. Like, I fucking hate this generation of gaming. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, fuck this. Like, fuck the new consoles. Fuck the games coming out. Like, really.
I'm not into PlayStation 4. Sorry, everyone. But yeah, when the graphics look like PS3's graphics, I'm pretty much done.
I'm waiting for E3 because I'm curious. I mean, I think we're all curious, all of us gamers. But to be honest, with the Resident Evil series and other series in general and certain stuff, it's just not working for me as much anymore. This generation just fucking blows.
If the new Xbox does this always online stuff, which I don't think it will, but
I don't think it will.
If they do go through with that, I'm done. Yeah. I will use my Wii U. I will use my Xbox 360, my PS3, and obviously I'm building a gaming rig, so I will be using that too. So I mean, what are you gonna do?
You can't really do anything but just watch it all crumble. So, I mean, just go back and play PlayStation 1, go play your Sega Genesis, your Super Nintendo, when things were more simple, because obviously things are getting fucked. And this is relevant to Resident Evil, because game series are getting fucked with the technology. Because now they gotta go for the cash grab. What will bring people's attention for the money? And it takes away from story, takes away from characters, and look at fucking Resident Evil 6, and look at whatever the fuck else we're going to get as a reboot or a sequel.
Resident Evil, Naked Guys 2.
Well, yeah, we'd be getting shit like that on the Kinect. That'll be fun. But I mean, like, holy shit.
Don't even talk about that, please. Maybe my fear is they will bring back Gun Survivor on the Kinect.
That'd be probably the worst mistake they could make.
You still can't use the damn gun.
Yeah, you can't. It's too violent now because, especially with the whole Connecticut shootings and shit.
Whatever.
They would never pass that. Fucking assholes.
No,
because that's why it happened. Mass Effect.
You don't use a gun. You use the Kinect.
Yeah, I know, but
like Kinect, you don't use anything anyway for that.
But it's still being like a violent nature. You know what I mean? People are
good.
Assholes.
Good. Then the fucking game will come out.
Yeah.
I hope it never comes out.
Well, yeah. We're not hoping for that. But fuck that. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to talk about this guy now. Richard knows what I'm talking about. Hopefully, I'll wake Richard. Hopefully, I'll wake Richard up from his sleep. No, I'm kidding. But we're gonna do something that I don't really bash people, but this guy just fucking sucks. Now, Perry, this is a guy. His name's Boomstick, and he pretty much did a review a while ago, and he re-uploaded it, and Richard found it again. Like me and Richard found it before we knew each other on our own, and we brought.
What's his name? Boom sack of shit. What'd you say?
Pretty much, yeah. It's Boomstick. You don't worry, because I got the video here. I'm going to play it for you guys, so you guys can hear it over the mic, and the audience can hear it.
Shaquille O'Neal? What?
Yeah, but
you know, for the most part, I can respect a person's opinion, but like, what he said about RE3 is just stupid.
Yeah, this guy is kind of like, and I'm going to bring it up because like fans think this as well, and I'm going to occur. So this guy is doing a review of Resident Evil 2. And you might have seen this before, but this guy pretty much compares the other games, and he says something about Resident Evil 3. Now, I'm going to try to find it here.
What did he say? I might have to call the family up.
Hold on, let me see if I can get it here. The volume's up. All right. All right.
This guy talked bad about video games, so I'm going to call the family.
Yeah.
Have them smarten him up.
Garleone, get your people there.
I heard this guy's talking shit to the Godfather.
Yo, Vinny, check this guy out.
I heard this guy said I was naked.
It's kind of funny because I'm Italian too, so it's more relevant.
Yeah, I'm Italian also. Who cares? Nobody gives a shit.
What the fuck? Okay, let's go. This is
It's
it.
a subtle blend of lateral thinking and extreme violence.
Let me see if I can. All right. I'm going to unplug the. Just listen to this.
To be honest, I think they got the balance of puzzles and action just perfect.
What are we on,
Not
an
like the
airplane?
first Resident Evil where you took ages going back and forth solving puzzles. Or the exact opposite in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, where you ran around shooting everything in sight and blowing shit up.
Now.
What?
Now.
You're all going to die.
Now. What? Now. So he pretty much said that there was just like.
Who was that? Was that the Red Queen from the movie? What the hell are you playing?
This is Boomstick's review.
Oh.
His name is Boomstick's
Boomhauer?
Reviews.
Man,
Yeah.
I got Resident Evil 3, man. Review, man. Resident Evil 3, man. Resident Evil 2, man. Resident Evil Capcom, man.
Boom job.
Oh my god. So, do you see... Oh my god. Now, do you see any... So, pretty much you said Resident Evil 1 was random puzzle solving, and Resident Evil 3 is pretty much you blowing shit up. Even though Resident Evil 3 is practically the same fucking game as Resident Evil 2, except you're Jill and there's a BOW chasing you throughout the game. But there is still Birkin who's chasing you around the game to RE2, so it's more similar. But how the fuck does that justify the whole game?
Well, you see, he probably played it on easy mode and got the Magnum, the assault rifle, you know.
Yeah, 'cause
then
he only showed the first 5 minutes in
yeah,
this review.
yeah, you know, he probably like saw the cutscene in the beginning where Jill rolls out of her apartment, or whatever.
There's just as much action in RE2.
There
I
is
played it on my PC emulator. PlayStation emulator, mate.
with my save states.
In PAL mode, because PAL mode's the superior brand.
We have UK fans, so that's going to be funny. Anyway,
I don't even think that exists anymore now that we have LCDs.
yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
I think they're both dead deal now. But that was an old back when I was growing up. All the message boards, people would always complain, well, PAL's the better display, mate. Blah, 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 blah. They might be right. I don't know. I didn't live over there, so how the hell do I know?
Well, anyway, this guy's an idiot because he pretty much said that Resident Evil 1 is stupid because random puzzle solving.
I like how that qualifies you to call this man an idiot.
He's an idiot for reviewing. Why is
he might be a misguided soul. Have you called him and said, hey, what are you talking about, man?
Well, I just think
give him
that
some comfort.
if he claims to be a right, because even in the beginning of the video, he's like, I own all versions of Resident Evil 2, and he shows, like, all his copies, like he's a fan. And I'm just saying, don't really call yourself a fan if you're going to pretty much, like, act like 1 and 3 didn't happen because of random puzzle solvings and blowing shit up in Resident Evil 3. Because Resident Evil 3 is my favorite game, so I'm going to take it in offense and just be like, first of all, same amount of action. And Resident Evil 3 is probably one of the most important in the trilogy because it closes the Raccoon City chapter.
Well, mate, I blew up all that shit, so shut up.
I think Resident Evil 3 has more puzzles than Resident Evil 2, to be honest.
It does.
He said that, like, Resident Evil 2 has a good balance, but in Resident Evil 2, the puzzles...
When you get spark plugs, like, that's it.
Yeah, the puzzles consist of, like, find this item, put it in the hole. Find this item, put it in the hole.
Yeah. Like, RE3 had... Yeah, RE3 had a lot of...
Sex simulator.
Find it, put it in. All right, mates, we're going to find it.
Well, listen, as far as RE3 goes, I think Richard's right. It was innovative, the puzzles, because what happened? We ended up seeing those puzzles in Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Saw
that, yeah.
At that thing in the back of the church.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That fucking thing that you gotta do the clock type deal on it. Like you gotta put like 2 pieces in there or something and then do a clock shit.
Yeah, I like that because they kind of connected 3 to 4 in that way. Like, kind of.
Well, I think 3's puzzles were setting you up for a new type of puzzling. You know what I mean?
They had the idea. And, like, I don't even think Code Veronica, because that was after 3.
Code Veronica,
like,
straight action, man.
3 also had, like, you know, the music box puzzles. It had, like, the puzzle with,
awesome.
like, the 3 stones, and you had to figure out, like, which stones...
The amber and the obsidian.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
That was great. That's what I love.
You had to get, like,
game.
the cable car parts, which is kind of similar to the plugs, but, like, I don't know, it kind of took...
It was a little bit...
It was a little bit different.
A little bit different, and, like, with the book, why would that even be in the city? But,
yeah.
Like, think about that. Like, a statue holding a book, and behind it, it's a battery that goes to that. Like, what kind of city is this? Like, you ever think about
Umbrella
that?
created it, so...
No, I know, but, like, just think about... Well, yeah, but, like, just think about how it's, like, just constructed. It's funny.
But you know what you could do? You can always clean that shit up by saying, oh, there was so much panic and chaos that everyone ran out of their houses, and this guy left his battery behind the statue, and the guy left his book on top of the statue, and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
But it's like, but the battery is inside in a little door that opens up in the statue.
I don't know. Maybe the guy just hid his shit there from his wife. I don't fucking
That's where he
know.
hid his drugs, too, behind there.
Yeah,
all that
probably.
shit.
Maybe a bunch of drug addicts. Like in Silent Hill, you beat the game, it's about drug addicts.
Is it about a cult?
It has something to do with drugs, I think, too. One of the endings.
Yeah, the one of the doctors is, like, the head of, some cocaine shipping thing. I don't know.
Well, that would explain the game then.
That explains what Konami was on while making that game.
Yeah.
Cocaine!
Cocaine.
That explains Sony, too, with their fucking pricing. Yeah, that doesn't do anything, but still. It's cocaine-related.
Drug-related to the company, yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, Perry, did you, so when you played RE3 back in the day, did you think it was blowing shit up? Because this is a perspective from somebody who...
Are you fucking kidding me, man? I never thought of that.
I know, but I'm just saying because this guy's
All
probably...
right, yeah, ask my perspective. Go ahead.
Well, like, because think about it, this guy's probably... I don't know how old he is, but I mean, regardless, it's like, back in the day, I don't think anybody... Well, I'm going to hear from you in a second, but I don't think anybody thought that. Like, it was, oh my god, this is getting a little bit way too action for me. Like, if anything, they thought that with Code Veronica, not 3.
All right, listen to me. When 3 came out, I imported it. I got it
in Japanese, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't think it was blowing shit up. And you know what? I'll tell you the truth. God's honest truth. I never mixed the gunpowder my first run through.
Oh, really?
I didn't. Yeah, it was in Japanese, and I didn't know what the hell those things were.
Well, we can't blame you on that part.
So,
yeah.
I mean, no, it didn't feel like that. It felt like Resident Evil 2, and it looked like Resident Evil 2. I mean, it had the same fucking buildings and shit.
It had a little bit better render backgrounds, like pre-rendered
To me, it
backgrounds.
felt like they were just lazy, like, here's a new game, but it's basically Resident Evil 2 patched. Like when you put let's say for an example, Gears of War Judgment, when you put the game in your Xbox and you go to copy it to your hard drive, the background says Gears of War 3. Obviously, they just patched some shit up and they sold it. So that's what this felt like. Obviously, there wasn't Gears of War at the time, but I'm just comparing it to now. It felt like it was just another version of Resident Evil 2, but it was done differently and it was done a little bit better. You know,
It
by
wasn't
having the guy
a clone.
chase you, you know?
It wasn't a clone.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about switching discs. You didn't have to worry about scenarios. It was, okay, you're an original character now from the original series, the first game or whatever, and you're now doing what you did in the other game, but it's a little bit different now. The zombies were taken from 1.5 or upgraded from 1.5 and actually put into this game. So the zombies didn't all look like metalheads that came from a fucking Metallica concert. You know? Actually, my friend Ryan at the time was a big Metallica guy.
I'm a Metallica guy,
Me and my
too.
friend Mario would say, the Ryan zombies. Because that's what they look like, my friend Ryan.
Wasn't that the guy who would always wear the Metallica t-shirts and shit?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, I got them
So,
too.
dude, they actually had the fat zombies, the fat cop zombies. They had the zombies that you shoot and they, like, hop around. You know, they get sliced in half or whatever when you shoot them. And,
I remember the fat zombie.
it
at the
was
top
like
of the
Resident
stairs.
Evil 2 done the way it was supposed to be done, but we got another chance with Resident Evil 3. I mean, it's weird for me saying that, but when you first play it...
This is from your perspective back in the day.
Well,
So,
yeah,
I
because
mean,
this was
yeah.
me playing a new game. And
Yeah,
it felt
exactly.
a lot like Resident Evil 2, but it felt like 2 done like it was supposed to be done, if that makes any sense.
Like, it pretty much added on what 2 kind of could have left out for some people.
It's what 1.5 really was, just not 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was,
I get what
it
you're
was
saying,
3.
yeah.
It had a lot of nods to 1.5, and it was fucking great. And Nemesis following you and
That was
chasing
scary
you in the
shit.
room. Yeah. Fucking shit, man. I'm in the room, and all of a sudden I hear a door shut, and I'm like, what? And the guy's running after me. And I'm
Yeah.
running. And I'm like, how many rooms do I have to run in before this guy just disappears?
I love that. And the thing is...
And you're legit trying to find things while he's running in the room chasing you.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that room with the battery, with the car? You got to put the battery inside the car or something? And he runs in there or something like that? I haven't played the game in 100 years, so I don't remember, but... You're in a
There's several
garage or
occasions.
something. You need cables or a battery or something to put in the truck.
That was the cable from the car. Yeah, he must have came in with... Yeah, when you were in there. Yeah,
Yeah, he fucking came in there. I was like, fuck, where am I going?
It's just because, like, you hear that music, right? You go through the door, and you still hear that, like, that tension music. I think it's called tension. I think that's what the actual soundtrack's called. You hear that, like, that slow build-up. Because sometimes he's following you, right? But in 2 rooms, he might not come in through this room, so you think you're safe, but you still hear that music. Then when you go through another room, then he just comes out. And you're like, holy shit. Because the past 2 rooms, you just hear that music, and you're not sure where he is.
And I think that's what made 3. 3 was innovative.
Yeah, it's
3 was
Nemesis.
different.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, I know
Mr.
it was
X.
supposed to be a spin-off and all that. That's fine. But at the same time, it holds up.
Yeah,
For
people
being
call him...
a direct sequel, it holds up.
Yeah, people call him Mr. X, Nemesis. I mean, Nemi was awesome in that, and fucking the characters were good. Even like introducing Carlos, because he was the first time.
Carlos was really cool.
Carlos,
I like Carlos.
Yeah, they executed him well, and they built chemistry around them because,
By
like,
the way, the awesome part of that game for me was at the end when you see Type 2 Nemesis fucking dead in the bricks.
oh yeah,
I was like, shit, that's awesome.
and then it forms into the yeah. That's what I love about that shit. What I also love
Not Type
is
2 Nemesis. God damn it, I said the
I
wrong
thought
thing.
I thought you were talking about when you see Type 2 Nemesis' body float in like the thing, like it falls in there.
No.
Oh, Tyrant. You're talking about Tyrant.
Yeah, Type 2 Tyrant. Whatever the fuck that guy's name was. From the
Yeah,
second game.
Yeah, Tyrant is pretty much named after, that's what T-Virus stands for, Tyrant Virus.
Oh, I know that, but I mean, the guy, when he's not the, like, lion, when he's the other guy.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean.
You
yeah,
find that guy dead in the bricks.
Yeah, and
the game. That's awesome.
Yeah, and Type 3 Nemesis actually feeds on him, too, like, to regain health. He starts eating his body, and he, like, regenerates, yeah. And you can also find Mr. X, his dead body's in front of the actual battery gun. You see, like, the guy in a green trench coat, it's Mr. X.
Hey, and the guns were nice in that game, too.
Oh, yeah, they got the
they
cases.
didn't cheap out, man. They didn't give you the same guns from 2. They gave you some new stuff.
Yeah, oh, yeah, because what I loved about that is if you played on hard, now every, guy who played on easy, I understand, but if you replay it on hard, Nemesis drops, I'm just saying this for people who don't know, Nemesis drops weapon cases, which were weapon parts.
Right, I remember, okay.
And the first one you get is the Eagle, and that is a big upgrade from the handgun you get in the beginning, the little pea shooter, I call it. But when he drops part A. Then you kill him again. Each time you kill him, you get a reward.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah.
Shines, then right? He drops in the shines, and then
it shines, and you pick it up, yeah. And then, because on easy, you don't get that, because they already set you up with everything. But to unlock everything, you have to play it on hard, because then you get the sawed-off shotgun, which is like, you have to kill him pretty much all the times you encounter him, you get one. And you also get the first aid spray pack, the 3-pack. Usually only get that in easy, but if you take him out a third time, he gives you that, and it's really fucking cool. They didn't cheap out with that, because nowadays, going back to the current time, it's like sometimes they just don't add more. That you end up getting less. Back then, it seemed like people got what they waited for, and you spent $50 back then, $55, with the tax and everything. It's just like you got what you paid for back then, and it wasn't just blowing shit up.
I think this Boom Job guy was he liked RE2 so much that he wanted to find 2 examples to make RE2 seem superior.
But I think I agree, because I think he makes, I don't know.
Like, if you love RE2 that much, there's no reason why you shouldn't hate RE1 or RE3, and he probably likes them, he's just not saying that. But, like, even so, you didn't just blow everything up in RE3, and the puzzles in RE1 were very, very,
they were necessary.
They didn't feel monotonous at all.
Because that was the first time if you played a bunch of them, then you went back, you might be like, well, this is kind of stupid. But back then, think of it from a perspective back then. You're playing
How old is this guy? When did he start playing these games?
I don't know.
No idea.
They start playing from 5 down, or what? What's the deal?
That's the thing. You don't know with these guys. That's what I'm saying, because he could honestly not like the first one. Because and he also,
obviously I played them in chronological order because I was around.
Yeah, and back then, when you played that, the puzzles, they were new. They were like, holy shit, these are puzzles. I might not know how to solve them, or then it might take you a little bit. So I don't think that it was lacking puzzles, or there was so much of that puzzle element.
I never used strategy guides ever. Yeah. I even beat Link to the Past with no fucking strategy guide in 92 or 91. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I mean, I played that game I didn't play it straight through, but I played the game, and within a couple of months I had it beat. I never had to look at a cheat guide or nothing.
Yes, I
only had strategy guides to read in school, not to read, but to look at the pictures and shit.
Yeah, I think every kid did that.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, nowadays everybody just uses fucking YouTube and shit, and I don't know. I'm not really against that, because I know people could watch some of my Let's Plays for help, and that's fine. But it's
a different era now, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, because if I was getting into a series like Resident Evil, if I was just a newcomer, I would try to play them myself and try to experience everything on my own without reaching out to YouTube or looking at guides. I mean, my dad used to buy the guides. They would kind of help him. He didn't buy one for the first one, but the second one I still have his guide, and I still have the third one that we got. Yeah. So
to be fair, though, you know what I mean. Some people, the game is just too big and too long. A lot of people don't have time for that. They just want to get to the story and see what the hell's going on and get, you know what I mean?
True. It depends where you're coming from.
Yeah, and a lot of people do get stuck. I mean, like you said, people were playing for the first time. How are they supposed to know?
Yeah. I mean, whatever. I mean, Resident Evil 3, great game, though. All right, well, now it's time to take some questions. Yeah, it's question time.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But, well, again, Perry, you don't have to answer to all of them, because, again, you were a surprise guest. But you were a surprise guest, so they didn't know that you're on here.
I'll answer them anyway. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. All right, Legacy and Legend. We're going to start off. He is the first one. He has 7 questions for us.
Oh,
Well, that's fine. Okay. First of all, I don't care if
just
it's
joking.
no, not to you. I'm talking. I'm referring this to us with somebody I'm going to address later. No, first of all, guys, you can ask questions that have nothing to do with Resident Evil. That's the fun in it. It breaks it up a little bit. That's all I'm going to say. So don't. It doesn't have to be strictly Capcom or whatever, and we don't care if you ask more than one. But no, I wasn't referring to you, Perry. Legacy of Legend says, "What's up, Rich and Ant? I have some questions for you guys. If Capcom gave you guys the rights to make a spin-off Resident Evil game before 7 comes out, what would you make it about? Who would it be in it, and how would you set up the gameplay?" Pretty much the
George Trevor.
George Trevor. Yeah. You have anything to say on that, Perry, or you're pretty much just saying reboot?
I'd re-release the GameCube remake, whatever the hell it's called, remake.
Yeah, they could do that
On
and a
Xbox
spin-off.
Live, and that would be it. And then if they sell well, I would say, fuck it, reboot it. Let them play the same game again, only a little bit different, and start over. And then, obviously, people will clamor for that Resident Evil 2 remake,
I hope.
and they will get it. And it'll probably suck. They'll do the zapper system somehow and fuck everything up.
Or they'll make it behind the back, which is just
Ooh,
you gotta
take out your PS3 hard drive and switch them with your friends for the zapper system.
Well, if they were to make an RE2 remake, they have to make it old camera angles, just like RE1 remake. If they don't, they're fucking stupid. Anyway, question 2. If you had the money to start your own company and make survival horror games to complete with Capcom and other companies, what would you call it, make it about, and how would the gameplay be? Wow, that's a different question. So, if we were...
That's a question I can't really answer on the spot.
Yeah, it takes a while, but
If
I mean...
we were dumb enough to spend money doing that, here would our answers be. I'm not saying the question's dumb. I'm just saying,
Yeah, I know what you mean. You just don't really fully agree with the idea. I don't know. I try to make something different. Maybe something more psychological. Because
Yeah,
I think
I was going to say that I would probably make mine along the lines of what Silent Hill used to be going for before it became, not scary.
Yeah, or Tom Hewlett edition. I know
Tom
he
Hewlett
left,
edition.
But
Yeah.
no, I'd rather just make something psychological because I think that really fucks with people instead of stuff coming out.
Have the
I'd
classic
rather put the
cameras
money
in
in I'd rather put the money in a Kickstarter and let someone else do that shit.
Or that too. And
I'd
I don't know how
I'd rather write it and supervise it, but I wouldn't really have
I don't
any
know.
experience or passion for making the game itself.
I don't know what I'd call it.
Because I don't know how video games work.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know what I would call it. I'd probably call it something that has to do with the story.
I'd call
Again,
it
does-
Crapcom presents.
Well, I don't know. The gameplay, I want it to kind of be like the old style camera
Yeah.
angles. I think they work very effective, and for some reason they're never. I really hope they bring that back, but because I honestly am tired of behind the back bullshit.
Hey,
next
thanks,
question.
League of Legends.
Andrew 02445. Are you a fan of the Devil May Cry series? No, I'm not.
Not really.
I'm not really a fan of it, but I like the reboot. I haven't really played it that much. I played the opening.
Well, there you go.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Is the guy. He says, as always, amazing job again, guys. Thanks. Question number 1. Is there anything Resident Evil related that you truly want to buy?
Everything.
Pretty much everything, yeah.
Everything.
A lot of stuff.
Everything I don't have.
I do have a list that I go down and I see,
Yeah.
if I make some money on the side.
Didn't we
I'm
answer
like,
this last time I was on?
I think.
Yeah, I already said this. Resident Evil for Saturn, and I'm done.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
Question number 2. What's your guys' favorite part of Remake?
Everything.
Pretty much everything, but to be specific,
Um.
it's really hard to narrow it down to one
Sure.
particular part.
Everything,
Probably-
but
Probably
Go ahead.
when you first enter the mansion and you're exploring it, and you're trying to get through the game.
I'd agree.
I'll
Okay.
tell you what I like about the game. And I'll tell you what I
Yeah.
don't like about the game. I like how they put that accidentally, forgotten graveyard in the game.
Yeah, because that was taken out in the original.
Yes, and it's on the back of the original case. It says graveyards, and you're like, what? What graveyard? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And
Fun fact for you guys who didn't know that, there was probably a few fans out there who don't know that.
now, what I don't like about the game is Barry looks like Daniel Stern, the Home Alone guy. Marv.
He does.
Daniel Stern.
Oh my
I'm gonna look him up right now.
Yeah, Google him.
I know what he's talking
And
about.
Google Barry from the remake.
Oh my god. It's fucking Marv from Home Alone.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So fucking shit, watch this. So you could patch the game, and you could put Harry as Jill, and you got Marv already. And the house is the Home Alone house.
Marv!
Wesker could be Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, he looks like him. He's got the hair and everything. He set up fucking booby traps. He sets fucking monsters out on these guys.
Oh man, we just made up Home Alone from Remake out of this question.
That'll
Hey,
be
Capcom, that's the new reboot. Home Alone.
Yep.
Resident Evil, Home Alone, in the Spencer Mansion for a night. That's it right there. Oh man. Question number 3. What are some changes in newer Resident Evils that you think were a good addition to the series? Quick turn, co-op. Well, quick turn was always there.
No, it wasn't.
From 3? Yeah, it was. They introduced
they
the
had
180
3,
degree
but not
turn
in
in
1
3.
and 2. They actually added that in the director's cut.
Well, I know, but I'm sure he's
And
talking
1,
about.
I'm sorry, director's cut of 1, and in 2, you have to set it to Control Type C, I think.
Yeah.
Or
Well, he said changes in newer Resident Evil, so I'm sure he's talking about the new trilogy and on, because he said newer Resident Evil games. So, quick turn was always there.
Probably the Mercenaries co-op.
The Mercenaries and some of the like, you know, with the behind the like the inventory was kind of cool in 4. I like that. The yellow herbs making your health bar big. Love that. Shit like that. What about you, Perry?
I don't know.
Yeah, he does. Question 4. Kill one, marry one, fuck one. Excella, Jill, Sherry Birkin. I'd kill Excella.
Yeah, she's dirty.
Kill Excella. I agree.
Well, but if you marry Jill, you'll be able to fuck her too.
Yeah,
so
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just, you're just going out and banging some chick, and then you're married anyway. That's the whole point.
Kill Excella, marry Jill,
Yeah.
fuck Sherry Birkin.
Kill Excella, marry Jill, fuck Sherry.
Marry Jill, kill everybody else. Fuck that.
There you go. All right. Thanks, yeah, I'm sure. Funny ass question.
No, marry Jill, fuck Jill, kill Jill's vagina. That's it.
Oh, shit. I'm done with you.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm done, yeah.
No, I mean, don't kill her, but you know what I mean? Kill it with having, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Breed Creed says, hey, do you guys enjoy the Silent Hill games? If so, which ones are your favorites? I'm still in the process of trying to play them. I beat the first one a while ago, like a long time ago.
Fuck! There's too much fog!
Yeah. I don't know. The first one seems to be kind of like a favorite that stands out for me. But again, I haven't played 2 and 3 yet, but I'm going to pick up 2 soon.
Yeah, like Anthony said, I'm in the process of playing them. A very slow process.
Your favorite's Homecoming, right?
Yeah, because that's the only one I've beaten. I beat Homecoming twice, and I really enjoyed that game.
And you don't really like Downpour.
I don't like Downpour. No, don't like it. Silent Hill 1 is pretty cool as well.
The fuck are you doing?
What
do
I haven't played the other one, so I can't.
Random ass fucking noises. So what do you think, Perry?
I beat the first game. I wanted to play a second game because there's some sort of rabbit in the game, but I never really got around to it. The fourth game, The Room, I bought, and I tried a little bit. I didn't like the controls, but I think it was pretty good from what it was. And I didn't play I played the new ones for a quick second because I downloaded them. But I guess the first one would be good. My favorite Silent Hill, I don't know. Because I beat it.
You beat it, yeah.
I guess that's it with Silent Hill. I wish they would make a Silent Hill that had like good controls.
I wish they would remake the Silent Hill HD collection.
Yeah, they fucked that shit up big time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. He also says, "Love to get your thoughts more in depth about Resident Evil 1 original remake. I'm not picky. Love to get your thoughts more in depth about RE1 original remake and the remake. The original is it's so solid for me. It just as a game, it's
like
I mean, yeah,
Batista.
yeah. And nostalgia, and I think that the story it started off a bunch of good stories, and it was just very solid. And the remake just pretty much improved on that, like by a shit ton, and it expanded the story, made it more realistic for fans, and redid things that needed to be reimagined in a new way, and they did a great job. Any what do you guys think? Same thing?
Original, one of the best games ever made. Director's cut, again, one of the best games ever made.
Yeah, pretty much. I pretty much agree. It is one of
Director's
the best
cut
games
with
ever made.
music, again, one of the best games ever made. Although not as good as the other two.
That basement music fucking sucks.
Despite the
Baseball
music, it's still the
Basement.
same fucking game. It's still enjoyable. I like it. Whatever.
Did you hear? Well, first of all, Richard, did you hear that theme song at the end?
I did a
when you're in the lab.
did a let's
it's
play
like
on it. Yeah.
I know you did, but I'm saying, did you actually ever hear that beeping that just kept? It was like a ring.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that. Anyway, just wanted to say that. Go on.
And then Remake, my favorite Resident Evil. So yeah.
Yeah, so they're really good games. What are you, Perry?
I always play the first one at least once a year, twice a year.
Same.
Remake I haven't played in a while. Well, because I got it on DS, so I mean I could play it, and you can actually skip a lot of shit on the DS.
Yeah, you can skip door times.
Yeah, you can just skip all that, and it's really cool. Remake I haven't played in a while, but I do have the Japanese version of that.
Oh yeah, you made a video about that.
Yeah, I have the Japanese one. I have the regular one. If you find that game anywhere, GameStop, the internet, bargain bins, buy it. You need to own it. But I do enjoy the original, and I prefer the director's cut because it has the auto-aim feature, and that helps you out a lot. I mean, if you have the original version without auto-aim, you can get through it, because I did. I mean, it's not a big deal, but auto-aim just makes your life a lot easier.
Yeah, awesome. And he said, "What is your favorite? What is your favorite cheesy Resident Evil line in any of the games?" Jill sandwich.
Jill sandwich.
I mean, that just takes that just takes it right there.
Oh, my God!
There you go. That's his favorite. Thanks, Breed Creed. Riot and Respect, what's up, dude? Says, what do you think about the new upcoming PS3 exclusive, The Last of Us? Looks like an awesome survival horror game.
It's a
What's
piece
your
of
opinion?
shit. You're watching all SMVs. It's not going to be anything what the game's like. It's an Uncharted ripoff. It's Uncharted mixed with Heavy Rain, and we all know how that fucking worked out.
I can't wait to play it. Looks good.
Yeah, you'll be the only one.
I think it looks alright. I'm not excited for it.
You'll be the Last of Us. Play that.
Oh, I see what you're... Yeah, I'm not excited. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
get fucking...
whatever. You'll download it, and you'll be like, what is this shit? And you'll be like, why the fuck did I download this? And your dad will like beat the shit out of you for even putting that on his PlayStation.
Well, that's his PS3, see, I could get my own shit.
How dare you put this on my system? This game is horrible.
Big Mike TV 100 says, which toy company do you think made the best Resident Evil action figures? I like Toy Biz, even though they're out of business, but they made pretty cool ones. And whoever makes the remake ones, really cool.
Did NECA make any of them?
I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with
Whoever
them.
makes the horror toys made them a couple of years ago, and they looked really good. But I never bought them.
I like the ones based off Remake. They are really fucking cool. The Hunter and shit and Jill.
What the fuck?
Alright, yeah. So, thanks, Big Mike TV 100. Rapster444. Hi. I have a few questions for you guys today.
Hi.
Have you ever obtained the rocket launcher in Code Veronica?
Oh
X?
my God.
No. I don't want to.
Nope.
I probably did at some point.
I don't remember. It might be on my Dreamcast save or something. will you be seeing the new New Evil Dead remake? No.
I'm not going out of my way to see it.
No. Sorry.
What is your what is your favorite movie franchise of all time? Wow. That's kind of hard.
Either the Dark Knight trilogy
I was about to say that, yeah.
or the just out of pure nostalgia, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
I'd have to say the Dark Knight trilogy. Nolan trilogy.
Yeah.
It's a toss-up for me between Back to the Future and Die Hard.
Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time, but movie franchise, I don't know. But Back to the Future and Die Hard.
Well,
are great
Back
as
to
well.
the Future, the three movies are technically one movie.
True.
So it
Well, it'd
is
be
a
a-
franchise, no matter what you want to call it.
It would be a mix-up between Dark Knight and Back to the Future for me because those movies are just so fucking good. And he said, thanks, I'm truly loving these podcasts. Well, thanks, Rapster. Next question.
We are truly
Start-
loving your questions, motherfucker.
Star Class Gaming, 614, 614. Hi, I have some questions for you guys. Do you guys like Harry Potter? No.
Oh my God, no! Come on!
I watched all the movies.
Hey, how could you do that?
I don't know. I mean, they get pretty entertaining as they go along.
I will never stop watching Harry Potter movies.
I do have all the books, from when I was younger.
Oh,
But
come on, this guy, you're killing
I-
me here.
no, I never read them though. I read the first three actually, but I didn't. I didn't read 4, 5, 6, or 7.
I had the PS1 game. I don't know why.
Naked.
I remember playing the second game for PS.
It had a blue PS1 cover. He was like on it, and it was blue. It was
Yeah.
black or something.
Send it to Richard and get rid of it. He'll
I don't have
he'll
it
enjoy
anymore.
it.
I traded it in.
No, Harry
que-
Potter's all right. It's all right.
I don't like Harry Twatter. Question number 2: would you ever make your own Resident Evil fan film? Well, considering I make film and Richard does as well, maybe one day I
If
will
I had-
like make my own cool with my friends like fun time. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I
not
had
with
the
that
budget-
70s dude.
No, not with him.
Go ahead.
If I had the budget, then yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of budget.
Yeah, me too. I would do it, but obviously I wouldn't be in it.
Well, that 70s cop would be he'd be in there somewhere.
Ah, he's the dead guy already. He's Forrest, the dead guy. Put a bandana on him and don't show his face. That's all. Because that's what he wants. He wants to be on the camera and take over the movie. You can't do that.
Anthony, you gotta get Brandon and the horse.
Oh yeah, of course. All right, before we talk about that, I'll have more questions in another comment. Hopefully, my brain has gone dead and I can't think at the moment. Keep up the great work, Avatar Man, Star Class Gaming, Harvey, lol. Okay.
We have a
Thanks.
question from a man named CM Punk. Hello, guys. What is your favorite Resident Evil game of all time?
Well, CM Punk, even though you're having trouble with WWE right now, Resident Evil 3.
Remake.
Resident Evil 1.
Okay, even though that was like just made up on the spot.
Yeah.
Casey Tyler says, "What's both of all y'all alls?" He says both of your alls.
What's both y'all favorite
What is
game,
all of
man?
your favorite?
No, he says ALLS favorite parta of Resident Evil 4.
What?
What's our favorite part of Resident Evil 4? God damn it.
What's your all favorite part of Resident Evil 4? All-time favorite
our
part?
all-time favorite part of Resident Evil 4.
Is shooting the chickens.
The first time you meet the Regenerator. So much nostalgia.
Everything.
Because when you meet that Regenerator, you turn around, that motherfucker's there. You can't tell me that was like, holy shit.
I like Mercenaries mode.
Oh, that was fun, man.
Yeah, it plays Wesker with that business suit on.
Yeah.
Pretty gay looking, but it did the job.
And he had the silencer, too.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't in the actual
He was
game.
like James Bond. He had the suit on and he had the silencer.
Yeah. Hello, Ada. What Resident Evil do each of you guys think is the creepiest and why?
Remake.
Remake. Why did I even think about that for a second?
Remix. New shit.
Remake with the crimson. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm done. You think remake? Do you agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. Next gamer 19 says Albert Wesker was one of the Wesker children. How many Wesker children were created during the Wesker
how the
project?
fuck do I know, man? It wasn't in the first game.
It was like 12 or 13.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was 13.
So I'm just gonna put this out there. In Resident Evil 5, you killed the clone. You didn't kill the real one. Ah!
Well, you killed that
Oh.
Wesker. Question number 2. While trying to escape the Spencer Mansion, Wesker encountered Lisa Trevor.
Okay.
He had been experimenting on her for years. What virus was the base of Lisa's immortality?
G virus.
Yep.
Listen,
G-virus.
just tell him the truth. She gave him the clap. He got mad, so he put her in a fucking laboratory and destroyed her. So there you go. I don't know what the hell he wants me to say, but that's it.
These are like trivias, which is kind of that is actually kind of fun because unless he doesn't know the answer, but I mean that's kind of cool. Question 3: in the second battle with Nemesis, you have to spray acid onto him by moving him into the path of a stream of acid that you caused by. Let me answer this one first. Caused by shooting pipes filled with acid. How many times must he be hit with the acid to defeat him? 3 times, I think.
You could just shoot him.
You shoot him while the acid's pouring on him, but I mean, like,
You could just shoot him in general.
yeah, like I don't always like use the acid, but I believe it's 3 times. I mean, that is RE3.
When I beat RE3, I didn't even use the acid. I just shot him.
Yeah.
Worked.
Pear, I guess you don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't
so.
remember.
Question number 4. When Leon catches up with Ada in the sewer after he has been shot, he is attacked by a giant alligator. The alligator chases you down the hall, and there is a gas cylinder that has been released. What color is it? It's like
Gray or red.
It's like grayish, reddish, like type. Yeah.
Let me give you a little perspective on that. Before the game came out,
Yo.
GameStop had that video of that alligator scene, and they looped that fucking video over and over and over again. They weren't even called GameStop. They were called EB Games or Babbage's or Software, etc. That was before GameStop merged them all.
I remember that. Yeah.
That made people want to buy that game.
Because it looks scary as shit.
And they did a hell of
back
a
then.
job. Yeah, it was great. And that was my favorite part of that game. Shooting that fucking alligator's head off. So
Awesome. There you go.
Yeah.
Question number 6. After Sadler has reclaimed Ashley and left you walk ahead
after Sadler has filmed his
to
gay
the-
porn.
to the cavern-like area that many things that seem to look like suspended cages. Sadler unleashes his beast on you
Whoa.
called It.
Really?
What?
He really is doing porn, huh?
His beast.
Unleashes his beast?
Called It. What is his other name? U3.
Yep. You
That's
three.
his name.
Hey, let me before you go any further. In Operation Raccoon City, you know that dirty Chinese guy that's talking to you on the intercom?
No.
You know, he's telling you what to do in the game.
I think.
What do you mean you think? He's telling you where to go in the game.
The first level?
No, in the entire game, he's talking to you on the headset in the beginning of the levels and in the middle of the levels.
I don't think he's Japanese.
No, I said he's a dirty Chinese guy. I would always,
Well, I
I would
don't know
always
that.
fuck with my friend on Xbox Live, and I'd be like, "Alpha Team, recover my dirty Chinese porn."
Just the fuck?
A bit of
Stop
trivia.
Leon Kennedy and get my dirty Chinese porn at all costs.
Okay.
And
His name's...
Bit of a trivia for the U3. The U stands for Ultimate.
Yeah, I had the guidebook for that, and I still do, and it has all the names of the bosses. Cool. Question number... He says 5, not 6. Well, they called it 6, but it was 5. He said, well, I hope you guys have fun answering the questions. Awesome job making the podcast. Keep going. Thank you.
I have a question. Shawn Michaels versus John Cena says, which Resident Evil character is gay? Go ahead.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
There you go. John Cena would know. Abo1199 says, the question number 1, if they make another CGI movie, what characters do you think should be in it? Jill.
I think you do another CGI. You do CGI of the first game.
That would be
Just
badass.
It would be.
Get that thing going. Get that ball rolling. Fuck Zero. Don't do that. Just do the first one. If you want, do Zero as like a mini, like bonus feature on the Blu-ray or whatever. Like a mini.
Is that you,
story.
Rebecca?
Can you play Rebecca naked with my pants pulled down, please?
Play the Moon Knight, suck my dick. Richard, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with Perry. Well, I agree with both of you. I think they should make an RE1 movie, and
Okay, that's not funny because you use like actual like recorded sounds. I'm using my own voice.
Those aren't recorded sounds. No. Well, question number 3 or 2. Do you think Outbreak would have been better on nowadays server? On nowadays server, that's what he put. Well, pretty much on servers in today's standpoint from Xbox Live and PSN. Yes, it would.
yeah.
But because
What's wrong with that on
ORC
Xbox?
was good. What?
What's wrong with it on Xbox Live?
I didn't say that it wouldn't be on Xbox. I said that. I didn't say there was something wrong. I said that
Oh,
on
I
Xbox
thought
Live and PSN.
Never mind. I thought you meant Raccoon City had a problem with servers.
No.
No. Outbreak.
Outbreak
It
would be
would
perfect
work
on
better.
Xbox Live. And I'll tell you
Yeah.
why. Because you're paying for it, and a lot of people are like, "Why do you got to pay that much money?" Because you're paying to keep dedicated servers. PlayStation, you're paying to keep fucking... You're not paying shit for free shit that sucks.
Question number 3.
You might as well go
Do
play
you
it on PS2 and try to connect that way if you're playing on PS3. I hate to
This is
break it to
interesting.
you, but it's true. All right?
This is interesting. Do you think Xbox Live is worth $60 a year, or do you think it should be free like PSN? Free like PSN, it's not worth $60.
Wait, what?
He said, do you think Xbox Live is worth $60 a year?
I-
Or should it be free like PSN?
I think it is, but you know, at the same time, people are stupid. They just pay the $60 and they complain. I don't pay $60. I have Best Buy Reward Zone gift certificates that I get for my purchases. How much did I pay for 2.5 years, Anthony?
Didn't you pay like 20?
I paid about $38 for 2.5 years.
Damn.
Okay, because the cards went on sale, the Halo ones, a couple months ago, and I had Best Buy Reward Zone gift certificates. All right, Reward Zone's free. You just go there, sign up. You don't have to pay shit. It's like a CVS card. You use it every time you make purchases. You build your points up and you get money back. You go ahead and you just go out and use them. And I used them, and I got 2.5 years. And I haven't even used them yet because Tomb Raider came with 7 days. A 14-day free trial. Another game I bought came with a 14-day free trial. So I haven't even used my 2.5 years yet. I still have them, brand new. So you need to shop smart and stop fucking complaining already. And just use Xbox Live. PlayStation 3 uses free shit. They use like GameSpy. GameSpy has been around for 100,000 years, since the early days of PC Internet, from a 288.366 modem. Okay, since the days of Quake 2, GameSpy has been around. Okay, and they've always sucked. They will always suck, and that's the bottom line. Pay
Richard,
for
what do you
dedicated servers.
Should be free.
All right, question number 4. Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo? Sony.
Sony.
For what?
Just overall.
I'll go with Nintendo.
All right, question number 5. Do you think Nemesis or the Usanok will win in a fight without using guns? Nemesis would win, I think. Because Usanok's just like, he's a puny motherfucker compared to Nemesis.
Usanok got
I think-
beat up by Jake, so Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Yeah, Nemesis.
Question number 6. Are you guys going to collect airsoft Resident Evil guns in the future? I was thinking about it because they do look badass. They got the stars engraved in the handle.
No.
And, but that would be way down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eventually.
eventually.
Lord Vader, pull my pants down and come to the dark side.
This has nothing to do with Star Wars. Nothing.
Perry, airsoft guns?
I said no. Why would I need one? I'm 30 years old. What the fuck am I going to do with a fake gun?
Oh, come on, you play around
There's an
with it.
FBI guy and an ex-cop next door to me. I'm not going to fuck around with anything.
Oh, you would love it. Question number 7. What is the best Resident Evil spin-off in your opinion?
Right now, it's Operation Raccoon for me. Revelations might change that.
Revelations might be my favorite.
I'm gonna say Revelations.
Revelatons. Okay.
Evil Revelation. So when they gonna kill that guy? That guy sucks.
That guy's been changed for years. They changed him, and so it's like some deep guy was different in RE6. It was like Resident Evil 6.
Why don't they just get the fucking guy from the first game? How hard is that?
That guy was
don't know,
cool.
I know. I like the guy who did. 4,
I don't like
He
the
did
guy that
Remake,
child
0.
molested the guy. Resident Evil 6.
Well, the one on 6 was different than Remake 0, 4, 5.
Makes the game
2.
so fucking cheesy, dude. Just get the guy. The guy in the first game made that game sound badass, man.
Was the guy in the first game the same guy who did the fourth one?
No, it was a different guy.
No. No.
All right.
No.
Okay. Question number 8. Do you think it would be cool if they did a spinoff where Leon and Chris were partners?
Didn't they
Not
just
really.
do that?
They weren't partners.
Yeah, but they intertwined in the same storyline.
Nah, I wouldn't really want to see that.
No, because then who's going to take charge?
Chris, because he's a boss.
I would rather see Jill and Claire. At least it's a different dynamic.
That is
And
true.
Jill could say, hey, I fucked your brother. And then Claire's like, oh my God, how big was it? I haven't seen him since he was a baby. Whatever. I don't fucking know, dude. Just
I used to
do
take
something
baths
different with the
Chris.
girls. Have Barry save him at the end or some shit. Or you rescue Barry. Or I like to see Chris and Barry. Since they said they were fucking team, like partners together. at some
Old
point.
partners, you know. Yeah, I know. Question number 9. Cake or pie, and why? LOL, that rhymed.
Pie.
Pie.
Tastes good.
I don't know. Carvel ice cream cake.
That's cake. There you go. Question number 10. Have you ever noticed that there are so many locked doors in Silent Hill 2?
No.
Yeah, that's why I stopped playing it.
Haven't played it, so I don't. But I've seen other people play it, and yeah, there's so many locked doors in Silent Hill.
There's a lot of locked doors in Homecoming.
And like Richard said, it makes you wonder why they're even there. But
To fuck with you. So then when something happens, you're like, holy shit.
yeah. Question 11. In live-action films, which sucked, he put in parentheses, who do you think is the best game-related character?
None of them.
None of them.
They're not related to the games in any way. They just cosplay as the characters.
I honestly can't even think of a little percentage that that is. I can't, honestly. I'm sorry.
And I go with.
I'm sorry.
Am I
And
go
the
with
answer's nothing.
Wesker, maybe? Because of his ability?
he is. Yeah, he's the closest.
Yeah, but he was a
probably
big fat
Wesker.
pudgy guy in the third movie. You see how fat
Yeah,
his face
they
is?
changed it. Yeah, they changed the guy.
He looks
I
like
don't
a
know
fucking overweight Duke Nukem in the third movie, sitting down.
why. Why did they change him? Like, why did they change the guy? Because the guy, I guess, couldn't do full-on action.
I'm
so
so
he can only sit
surprised
there.
that at the end of the third movie, they didn't zoom in on his face, and then he looks at the camera and goes, "Let's rock." And then it goes,
And then the
and
Duke-
it
the
cuts
Duke
to
Nukem
black,
theme
and it's
turns on.
like, do-no-no-no, do-no-no-no.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah. Let's rock. All that shit. All right, question number 12. Do you think the new Silent Hill games stick to its roots? No, but I'm not really too familiar. with
I don't
it,
know. I haven't played
I don't
them.
really know, but I mean, according to what Richard said and what I've seen of reviews, no.
They don't. They really don't.
There you go. Take it from
The,
Richard.
the newer Silent Hills, and I've seen a lot of. We watched a 3-hour documentary on all of the Silent Hill games
Yeah,
by
we
a
did.
YouTube channel named Twin Perfect, and basically,
Great.
the later Silent Hill games don't really try to scare you in a psychological kind of way. They kind of just like throw blood, gore. Here's some monsters. Nah, who cares? Which is kind of what Homecoming was.
No
but
thought put into it.
Yes.
We have a question from Michael Bay. Hey guys, what if I reboot Resident Evil the series?
Then you can go fuck yourself. Question number 13. Do you like the new Muscle Man Chris or the original one? I like them both because they're the same person. They're the same personality.
Obviously,
you know
the
what I
guy's
mean?
evolved, so I mean,
Yeah, he's gotten older. He's gotten bigger for BSAA, obviously.
and he
he's
will
the
die
same
of a heart
person.
attack from the steroids. Thank you very much for your question.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to go with the remake version.
Really?
I mean-
Well, no, he didn't look like Donkey. He looked like Donkey Kong in Code Veronica. He looked like Donkey Kong 64 in Code Veronica.
See, I didn't like
You
his
said-
Code Veronica.
Yeah, he looked like
Oh,
a
yeah.
dick in that game.
I don't know.
I kind of liked his
I
Umbrella
just like him in general.
Chronicles appearance as well when he was in the Arctic
Yeah,
base.
with Jill. Yeah, I just like him in general. He's a great
Yeah.
character. And he said, all right, that's all I have for now. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Abo. Mark Main. I got 25 questions, motherfuckers.
Oh,
Well,
God, son of a...
Well, he didn't say motherfuckers, but pretty much. Number one, did you see Freddy vs. Jason? If so, tell me what you think.
Yeah,
It's
best
all
movie
right.
10 years ago, baby.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But I mean, it was
August 15th, right?
I wish there were more fight scenes in that movie.
2003. Yeah, I saw that in the
I
theaters.
saw it in theaters too. I was there.
There you go.
Awesome.
And I'm happy to say I was a part of that.
Yeah, it's Robert
All
Englund's
right.
swan song. The guy's gone now. He's not dead, but obviously Michael Bay came along and said, "Ooh, how can we fuck this movie up the ass with a cactus dildo and make it bleed?"
Well, we already know how
rebooted it and destroyed it, and fuck that Rooney Mara Rooney biatch, whatever.
Yeah, I sent Richard that
I didn't
article,
want
by
to do
the
the
way.
movie anyway. Well, we didn't want you in the fucking movie anyway, bitch.
I sent Richard that article you
Bring
sent.
back-
I sent
That
it.
Bring
looked
back-
ass on cocaine, man. Fuck that shit.
Bring back Heather Langenkamp. I miss her.
Bring
Oh,
back
yeah, she
Robert
was
Englund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More before he drops dead.
That guy's still at conventions
when he-
making money.
Hey, when he fucking dies, you can say Freddy's dead.
Yeah, be relevant to the movie. Well, Freddy's dead. Rest in
Yeah,
peace,
and then you
Freddy.
put the fucking sweater and the glove and the hat on his grave.
Oh, this guy has another Freddy vs. Jason question. He said, continue from question one. Do you think it deserves a sequel called Freddy vs. Jason 2 that includes Michael
It
Myers?
was supposed to happen without Michael Myers, but
Yeah.
this is what people in the horror, at least people on the internet, don't understand. New Line Cinema is no longer New Line Cinema.
They changed.
Warner Brothers has now made New Line Cinema into a subsidiary shooting studio. New Line Cinema is now a actual like movie studio where they shoot. It's not.
It's like a set piece.
It's not.
pretty
Yes,
much.
it's not a company anymore. It's a subdivision of Warner Brothers because Bob Shea and you motherfuckers out there can thank Peter motherfucking fat 800-pound Jackson for this thing. Robert Shea, who ran New Line, he's in a bunch of the old Freddy movies as a cameo guy.
Yeah.
He's actually in Freddy vs. Jason as the teacher. He ran New Line. Everything was good. He had a script, and you could thank Sam Raimi or Ramy or Ram My Ass Hard, whatever the fuck the guy's name is, for this also. They had a draft, a script, and everything going for Freddy vs. Jason versus Ash. All right? The title of the movie was called Freddy vs. Jason 2, Time to Kick Ash. Instead of ass. Okay? Sounds corny, but that's what the title was. Anyway. It's supposed to involve the Book of the Dead. Freddy needs the Book of the Dead to resurrect himself and become a murderer again and spread chaos and take over the world. Sounds very far-fetched from Freddy Krueger, but that's what the whole point of the movie was. Jason was to be resurrected for whatever reason. I don't even know. And
Probably to lure them to Freddy.
and maybe to do the same thing he did in the first movie. Get the fear going again and then...
Yeah.
Or to get the book for him and then whatever. I don't fucking know. Anyway, Ash was to be involved. It was to take place during the holiday season, Christmas. So there's actually a snowball fight between, I think, Freddy and Ash or Freddy and Jason or something, which sounded pretty funny, and it would have been nice to see that. But
Yeah, because the whole movie's a joke.
yeah,
Pretty
it was
much.
not to take itself seriously. Because they build an S-Mart in Springwood. So, I mean, that's how Ash would be there. He would be transferred. It's not like Ash would magically arrive. And so everything was good. New Line, they were all set to do it. Sam Raimi was doing Spider-Man 3, which he ultimately fucked up and destroyed that franchise, too. He said, no, I don't trust New Line with my character, Ash. And what's his name? Bruce Campbell was all for it. He couldn't wait to work with Robert Englund.
That guy works with anything. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. So he didn't trust Sam Raimi didn't trust Bob Shea with the Ash character because Raimi couldn't, oversee any of the shooting because he was busy with Spider-Man 3. He was busy ruining Spider-Man 3, obviously. And this ended up into, okay, it's not happening because we can't do it. However, they did make a comic book, and I think it's like 6 comics or something, and those came out, and you need to look for those because that's the script, basically.
Check them out.
And the end of I didn't read the comics because I didn't grab them, but I read the script is on the internet too. I mean, anybody can find that. That's easy. And at the end, it's pretty cool because Ash is driving his car, and it's got the little, where you put the fuzzy dice on your mirror piece or whatever. After the movie's over, you see him driving, and there's a little figurine things of Freddy's glove and Jason's helmet hanging from the dashboard or whatever. And I think that was fucking awesome. That would have been a sweet ending.
That would have been cool.
But we didn't see it because... And, all right, going back to the Peter Jackson deal. I mean, I know a lot about this because I read into it, and I'm just pissed about it because... obviously we got that crappy remake, reboot, whatever you call it. Something happened where Peter Jackson didn't get his cut from Lord of the Rings on merchandise, I think. And Bob Shea was involved in this, and I don't know if Bob Shea really ripped the guy off or not. But Bob Shea ended up resigning from New Line, a company which he founded. He started with another person.
He got that big, man.
They both resigned, and... Due to a lawsuit or whatever, and it got so bad that Warner Brothers eventually ate up New Line Cinema. So now, like I said, New Line Cinema is a part of Warner Brothers. It's not New Line Cinema was always its own thing. New Line Cinema is now not its own thing. New Line Cinema, the name is still around to get people to watch their movies. Okay, that's basically what you see. That's why you still see New Line Cinema in the opening credits. Because it's now a sub... Like, who the fuck did Scream? And Michael Myers, right? Dimension, right? Dimension is a subdivision of MGM Studios and Disney. Okay? They're not going to say, hey, and put Mickey Mouse and the Disney logo on fucking Scream 4. That's not happening.
Yeah.
They have their subdivision and whatever... studios, and Dimension is part of MGM and Disney. Okay, that's now what New Line is to Warner Brothers. Anyway, since it's not its own studio, Warner Brothers can pull anybody in and say, hey, Michael Bay, do you want to reboot Nightmare on Elm Street? Do you want to reboot Friday the 13th? And he could say, yeah, I'll use my production company, Platinum Dunes, to write the fucking movies or whatever the hell. And they actually hired the guy that wrote Freddy vs. Jason for the, I don't know if he wrote the Friday remake. Or I know he wrote the Nightmare remake, which obviously you can tell because there's lines from Freddy vs. Jason in the remake of Nightmare. And I think his name's Mark Swift or something like that. That guy. And basically, that's why you will never see a true Freddy vs. Jason sequel, because
there you go,
they're not the same people anymore. It's not the same deal. Okay.
Nothing's really the same with them.
Well, it's not like they just decide not to do it. It's because it's totally different from what it used to be. It's not the same people running it. And in the remake,
different mindsets.
In the remake. Robert Shea, Bob Shea, whatever, is credited, and on the Never Sleep Again Nightmare on Elm Street documentary, which I would see.
Love that documentary.
Yeah, it's awesome. He even says, I had nothing to do with the film. My name is on it. I wish my name wasn't. I want nothing to do with it because it's bullshit, and he knew it. And, it's just, it was something, they lie from day one. I mean, I'm going into this a lot, but it just pisses me off because this is, I grew up on Nightmare on Elm Street, and that's like one of my favorite deals. Yeah. Now, they said in an IGN interview when they first announced the reboot, we called Robert Englund, and he does not want to play Freddy Krueger anymore. That's not true. Okay? And we knew that. Hardcore fans knew that wasn't true. Okay? Robert Englund has stayed silent to this day about it. Okay? Now, when the Blu-ray came out, the same exact guys that said that they called Robert Englund and he declined, the same exact two guys said, we never considered Robert Englund for the role. On the fucking Blu-ray. That's like the big middle finger. After the movie was made,
There's proof out there.
that was a big middle finger. And you can find an IGN interview online. I mean, on YouTube, it's still on there. You could look for that. All right? And then you watch the Blu-ray, because the DVD has no extra features whatsoever. They were trying to push people on the Blu-ray.
There you go, Richard. You gotta
So, the same two guys admit, hey, we never wanted him for this movie. We didn't want anything to do with that guy. And it's right there. The proof is right there. And that was a big fuck you to the fans, because you know why? The movie was done and made already. What could fans complain about?
True. So they lied to get their way.
Yeah, and they're redoing Ninja Turtles, completely different too. They're aliens from outer space, but that's from Michael Bay, whatever. So that's why you will never see a true Freddy vs. Jason 2. I know I ranted on for 100 years about it, but I looked into this a lot, and I was very angry when it happened, but I've moved on with my life. And you know what? Jackie Early Ass, whatever the guy's called, he signed for a 3-year deal, Nightmare deal. That's Freddy Krueger.
Oh.
No, he signed for a 3-year deal when he first signed on. They aren't making any more movies. The series is done.
They have it.
So you will see someone else reprise the role as Freddy Krueger down the line when they need to cash in on that one again.
They have it. Question number 3. Will they bring back the choice maker to Resident Evil? What you choose could change the game. I hope that would be kind of
That'd be awesome. Hey, but you know what, though? The first game and possibly the second one kind of actually had those in there, depending on your actions, but they never told you.
Yeah,
so go ahead.
Yeah. If it was like 3, then yeah. What about you, Richard? Are you still alive?
Yeah, I don't care.
Asshole. All right, that's all. Kidding. All right, that's all for that, I think. Okay. Oh yeah, they says. Oh wait, no, never mind. He had question 4 here. I thought I had to scroll up. Question 4. Do you think you can show Resident Evil gameplay in your future podcast? I don't know how I would. Because this is uploaded to This isn't just a YouTube thing. By the way, guys.
I mean, the only way you could probably do it through Skype is if you get a webcam and just show it while you're talking. I don't know.
Yeah, but then it'd be...
Instead of adding the picture afterwards, you add gameplay that's already been recorded.
I could. I don't know.
The bottom line is, the answer to the question is, you guys aren't such a big operation. So it's not like, we're gaming companies where we could do that. We can't afford that stuff, sorry. But, one day, hopefully, maybe you guys can do it if that's what you want to keep doing.
Yeah, and, also, guys, please rate us on iTunes if you can. We want some feedback on there. We can get higher on the charts. I know I should have said that in the beginning, but I always fucking forget. But, yeah, do that if you can. Anyway, okay, question number 5. This is not really a question, but in Podcast 4, you said you did not like strawberry milk. Explain why. Because it sucks. It tastes bad.
I think I said that I liked strawberry milk.
Why would somebody have strawberry milk? I mean, besides having like strawberry yogurt or something.
It tastes really good.
I just don't like it. It's just odd.
I haven't had it in years, but I remember I used to love it.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I would or not. I never had that combination. Only like I said, yogurt or whatever. But parfaits maybe. That doesn't count as milk though.
Parfaits are pretty.
But
good.
whatever. I don't know. I can't give you an answer. Sorry.
Breed Creed's back. Well, Mark Main's questions continue, but I'm just going to read them up.
Mark
the list.
Madden.
Breed Creed says, favorite zombie movie aside from Resident Evil? Night of the Living Dead remake.
Night of the Living Dead remake.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead remake. No.
Yeah,
either that or Zombieland.
Yeah, Zombieland was really good.
I just bought that, actually. It was $7.88 on Blu-ray at Walmart.
Yeah, I gotta rebuy that. Somebody else has that at their house. I'll never get it back, but I'm gonna go get it.
The fuck?
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna go get the Blu-ray.
Never,
then.
ever leave shit at somebody else's house.
Well, you see the thing.
Yeah, I
is-
know
well,
it's a
I
girl. Whatever. Go ahead. Not that stupid. Go ahead.
Something. Yeah, something. The reason.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go back.
Anyway. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I really liked the Night of the Living Dead remake. I showed Richard
Yeah,
it recently. And
Does
he
Richard
liked
have
it.
Blu-ray?
And I'm
I do. Yeah.
All right, I'll hook you
He
up with
does.
that movie. Don't worry.
Yeah, he will. All right, so thanks, Bree Creed. And yeah, Mark, man, we'll get back to your questions. There's just questions, I guess, while you're typing your paragraph-long questions, which is fine. Other people commented in between. So this is by Neverine78. He says, "What do you think of the whole leech thing in RE0? I thought it was a bit absurd, as it really had no cohesiveness with the rest of the series."
It's a
True.
POW, though. I don't like them either. I think it's a stupid thing to make some good-looking Asian guy in a fucking suit or whatever the hell the guy. Like he looks like a fucking busboy at like Denny's or whatever. But
Well, you find out it's James Marcus.
I don't get that either. But at the same time, they're BOWs. That's part of the story. What can you do?
Yeah, it was odd, but I guess it kind of worked for the game. What about you, Richard? What do you think?
Well, they say that the Tyrant virus came from the leeches, but I don't think they mentioned that in the earlier games. Which is kind of like a contradiction
they don't.
between, like...
Zero contradicted everything.
It's
really,
what happens
'cause
when
that
you
wasn't
make
there,
a
yeah.
prequel and you don't really take into account, like, everything that's already been done before. Because then there will be, like, things
True.
that don't make any sense. So,
That is very true.
I don't like the leeches that much.
Question 2. Who is the guy standing on a mountaintop outside the train
Okay,
singing
that guy's
the
fucking
leeches?
stupid. Okay, that part was very fucking stupid.
Yeah,
That's James Marcus.
That's James Marcus, by the way. Yeah, it's just pretty much like you'll see if you actually play. But I guess I understand if you don't want to play Zero. It's not the best.
I never finished
It's
it.
still very fun. It's very fun. It's very worth playing if you're a fan. Don't get me wrong. It's just the inventory and the co-op's a little iffy, but I had fun doing an LP on it. Now, question number 3. Can you discuss, unless you already have, the RE4 video showing the version that Capcom scrapped, the Hookman? We kind of touched on it, but we thought it looked really good. To sum it up and not, spend too long on it, we thought it looked pretty decent, and I liked how it was
Fucking
like
awesome.
It only zoomed in behind your back when you aimed, and it was like the far away cameras that was cool. And I thought it was different. It was psychological with the doll head and that was very
Why
cool.
is it that they make great games and they scrap them, but they always end up showing you what they were gonna look like? I hate that.
I guess it's just
Look at
I guess they felt
1.5
it was-
in this shit.
They felt it was
4.5
like
or
too
whatever.
psychological.
Big deal. They had
That-
Eternal
it's-
Darkness out. They should've
It's
went-
a huge shame because that Hookman thing looks really, really awesome.
Hey, maybe they'll put that out now. A 7.
Would have loved to play
but again, RE4 that we have today, it's amazing.
it. It is.
Okay.
It is. But still.
Yeah, there's always the what if, I know. Question number 4. Can you talk about the RE version that was scrapped for Game Boy Color? I read that there's a ROM file for it. I think Perry brought this up in episode
Yeah, there's
3.
a ROM for it. It got put out about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Apparently, some rich guy bought it at an auction, and he said he wouldn't put the ROM out, and he fucking did anyway. So you can actually download that and play it. However, Wesker does look like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. I'm not kidding you.
he does. I saw the
The gameplay is very horrible. You wouldn't want to buy it. I don't know why that guy did. Obviously, that guy did it to just have it.
Just for shits
Shove
and
up his
giggles.
butt or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, man. Well, there you go. Thank you for your question, man. Mark Mann continues his question. He has question number 6. Do you think Jake and Sherry are a good pair? Yeah.
I think they were a good pair. I just don't think they should have tied Jake to Wesker.
Yeah.
The reason that they're a pair is because the father and the fucking other father, the two fathers were, a pair for a while. Partners or whatever.
Gay sex partner.
Oh, well, in the Zero, right? Aren't they together in that room? And they see
William
that
and
each guy
Wesker.
come together and they're looking at each other
Yeah,
like,
William and Wesker,
they're
yeah.
looking at each other like, who's this gay guy?
And question 7. Did you watch these TV shows? Ed, Edd n Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Kids Next Door, Cow and Chicken, Ben 10? I watched, well, I don't know about Ben 10. I don't know about Kids Next store because I fucking hate. That's when Cartoon Network started to go down the shitter. But my favorite Cartoon Network shows, because we're '90s kids pretty much, is Courage, Johnny Bravo, Ed, Edd n Eddy was probably the best, and Cow and Chicken was alright. But I really liked Ed, Edd n Eddy, Courage, Johnny Bravo, all that shit. And I don't know. I'm trying to think of other ones. Because Cartoon Network was way better than Nickelodeon. I don't know, that's pretty much it. And of course, I know it's Fox Kids, but Spider-Man the Animated Series.
Yeah, that was like
the
best
that was
animated series.
That was the best.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Fox Kids. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the
too.
WB.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. There's a bunch of cartoons I was a kid.
There's pretty much 90s
G.I.
was
Joe?
the best. G.I. Joe is pretty
The
never
original
watched
G.I.
G.I.
Joe, not the fucking,
Yeah,
the
I know.
Deke ones.
Yeah, fucking stupid. But, anyway, thanks. 90s were the best. Question number 8. What if Capcom did the Resident Evil reboot and
No more fucking
number
reboot
7.
questions.
would this be good or bad?
No!
Well,
Not answering that!
no.
Jesus Christ! Well, how many times have we answered, whoa, what if Capcom did a Resident Evil reboot? Would this be good or bad? I don't fucking know! We answered this like 20 goddamn times in the last 5 podcasts. Listen to me! Guys!
Go
God
back
damn
and
it.
listen to the other shows, man.
Nothing against you, Mark Main.
Mark Madden? John Madden?
John Madden?
Yeah, who's this fucking John Madden guy asking questions all night?
We just discussed the Resident Evil reboot in every podcast, and then you guys still question us what do we think about the reboot, which leads me to
I wouldn't
believe
say
that
you
you
guys,
don't
'cause it's
fucking
not
listen.
every-
Hey,
Everybody,
why does this fucking guy reboot John Madden's football, asshole? Instead of making the same goddamn game every year, why don't you just fucking update the rosters online like everyone else?
Half serious, half joking, but honestly, guys, enough with the reboot questions.
You know how many African American men steal from their girlfriend's purse to buy that game every year? Oh man, I got my Madden on. Got my Madden.
Oh man, we here for NBA.
Why am I finding this so funny?
Because it's true. You know it. That's why you're laughing. Every year, these guys go
my
out there.
God.
Oh, my baby, give me $60 so I can get the same exact game I bought last year. Only EA's too lazy to do the updates online.
Oh my god, that is great. Anyway,
By
we
the way,
already
I was
answered those
singing the
questions,
Madden
man.
2001 theme song.
I don't know why, but that just went well with what you just said. Okay, well, Mark Main, nothing against you, man, but yeah, we already answered that several times. Would it be awesome if Resident Evil was a TV show?
Oh.
No.
Why, you want
do
them
you
to
think,
ruin it even more?
Question 10, do you think Carla should have a different face or body or kept...
I think
the
Carlos should do what he's
Yes.
doing and not come back.
What? Carla.
I said Carlos.
Oh,
No, it's Carla.
Carla? Who the hell's
Yeah.
Carla?
the clone.
You didn't play RE6.
Clone from
then.
R6.
Well, him and
you
her
didn't-
and Carla and Carlos can go sit in the corner and never come back.
Alright, question number 11. Do you like Shaun of the Dead? I love that movie. That is great. That's a great comedy. If you guys haven't seen it,
I saw
watch
it.
it. Like, it's 10 times better than
I
Zombieland.
didn't
trust me.
really find it that funny.
I didn't like it either, but I do like the end when the
Fucking
friend's
dickhead.
chained to the doghouse. It's like he doesn't want to
Yeah.
kill him, so he just chained him to the doghouse.
I just thought it was so much more clever than Zombieland. But I thought Zombieland
Well, I
was
didn't see
good.
Zombieland, that asshole. Maybe your viewers
Well,
have.
Zombieland. Maybe not. Should Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9...
Now, here's
if it
what you
happens,
do as a
return to-
salesman. You say, hey, if you haven't seen either movie, go out and buy both of them and then watch them and make your own decision. That makes the world go round.
Question-
Money. Go ahead.
Question number 12. Should Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9, if it happens, return to Raccoon?
Raccoon
No,
is gone.
Raccoon's done. Raccoon's done. All new
Hey,
all new
if you
buildings
want-
and all
check
new
the
Got
environment.
destroyed by a duke.
All new buildings and a new environment, because someone would
If
build
you want to go
there.
back to Raccoon City, you could reboot it.
Radiation.
13. What group caused more damage to the world? The Umbrella Corporation or Neo Umbrella? The Umbrella Corporation. Neo Umbrella was shit. Neo Umbrella didn't do shit.
The Umbrella.
Don't
I
get me
never
started
The
with
understood
Umbrella
that.
was like an outbreak here, outbreak there. We're done.
Neo Umbrella was the laziest writing they could have done in that.
It was just a
fucking
terrorist.
Game. Fuck
It was
that
just a
idea.
terrorist organization.
It was just an excuse to make another shitty story with Simmons.
Where the hell did Simmons get all the
Yeah.
money to fund this organization?
Yeah, Umbrella Corporation wins hands down. I don't even need to hear from everybody else because everybody knows. What
Yeah,
the
but
fuck
I
the
have,
answer
I have
is.
something that's not even on the radar here. Why was Wesker saying he quit Umbrella in Code Veronica and he had nothing to do with them, and then in 5 and whatever, all of a sudden he's with them again? Or he's using the name
He
Tricell to
wasn't-
bring back the name Umbrella. It's like using Agnum when the name Ganon is kind of in his name already. You know he's Ganon.
But that
Or
was
he would-
his.
he
That
would
was
lead,
his,
he would lead to Ganon, I should say.
Tricell was his Wesker's
I
cover.
don't
Yeah, I
remember
know that.
him. I don't remember him actually signing with Umbrella in the 5th one though. I think he was just with Tricell.
was by
he was with
himself,
Tricell
yeah.
because Excella helped him.
and he betrayed Excella, and we all know how that turned out. You know, so he pretty much just had his handyman do his little. You know, he pretty much had his puppets. Then bam, by himself, and that was
You
it.
see, Wesker knew how to
All
go
right.
for the dive with the football and catch it, and you had Chris out there trying to do the defensive tackle.
But then they lost.
But then, the goddamn,
Question
they
number-
lost. What are you going to do?
Question number 14. Continuing from question 13. What if they were in the same game, both trying to see who was unleashed more viruses into the
No.
world? What would call
No.
My God, why don't you just
No.
once you manufacture a game, slice the disc in half, and sell it for $60, you get home, you open it, and that's your shit.
Question number 15. What's up with Leon's hair? I don't know. Backstreet Boys. Question number 16. What Resident Evil game controls do you like? For me, I like RE5 and 6 controls. That's what he said. I like all of them. They're all the same. I don't care about tank controls. Anybody who complains about them, go suck a dick and not play a video game. Fuck you.
Well, controls evolve over time, so they're all good to me. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not like you're playing Resident Evil 1 for PlayStation with RE6 controls. Like you're forced to change them. I mean, it's a different
Well,
game, it's different
and not-
controls. What are you gonna do?
And not fuck you to Mark Main, but fuck you to anybody who thinks that. Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, I'm fine with any controls that they have.
All right, question 17. I would like to... Okay. Let me scroll down here. I need to get the rest of the... Okay, question 17. I would like to Ingrid Hunnigan become
Hunnigan.
agent. Would you? I would
Hunnigan.
like... I guess he said he would like if Ingrid Hunnigan
I think it
became
sounds
an
like
agent,
Hostess
would you?
made like a honey cake.
Well,
You can eat it.
Hunnigan's good behind the radio thing.
Yeah, she should just
Cool.
stay on the other side of the codec.
Yeah, it's a
18.
fucking ripoff of Metal Gear Solid, but whatever.
18. Do you think Barry is dead?
No.
He's just...
He never
Who gives a
died.
shit?
He got his pension. He's done. Question number 19. What do you do when you're not doing Resident Evil? I had to correct this thing. What do you do when you're not doing Resident
Living
Evil stuff?
life.
Living
Anything.
life. Anything.
Eating, sleeping.
You know, eating, sleeping, lots of sleep.
School.
Schoolwork. Getting away from idiots, and that's pretty
Getting
much it.
laid from idiots? What the hell did you say?
Getting away from idiots. No, those are
Why
separate.
don't you just
Idiot.
not let them in to begin with?
Am I an idiot to you now, Anthony? Is that what this is?
No. Not yet. No, I'm kidding. Are you going to see... All right, question 20. Are you going to see Fast and Furious 6? No, I don't like Fast and Furious. I don't.
I might not go see it, but I might watch it.
They're annoying. Fuck The Rock. Fuck everything. Question number 21. What file
Hey,
in RE4 or RE5...
The Rock says, fuck
or
this
in
podcast. No.
What file in RE4 or RE5 or in RE6 do you like the best? I don't know.
Ah.
It's so much
Wait,
to
what?
think. What file in pretty much Resident Evil 4 through 6 do you like the best?
Dude, I don't fucking know. They're not scary. It's just
There's-
information.
Yeah, it's just...
And in Resident Evil 6, it's like
but-
telling you how to play the game since they give you a fucking manual. At least in the United States, they can get a manual.
We didn't
Question
get
number-
one either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question
Europe
number-
got a manual.
Question number 22. Do you watch WWE? I used to. It's still fun to watch here and there because it's funny. But no, Perry does the most, and Richard does.
Yeah, I was at WrestleMania. Hey, if you want to listen to wrestling, go to cheappop.net, Cheap Pop Podcast, which I host with my co-host Nick, who is
plug at
Anthony's
the
brother
end as well. Yeah, we will also plug at the end. But I'm sure Mark Main, if you listened, Perry plugged that a few episodes back. So if you want,
And you can go to my YouTube channel, AOX episodes, and listen. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, there you go. Question number 23. If RE7 does happen, do you think Pierce should be in, even if Chris
Who the fuck is Peter?
Pierce. Question number 24.
Pierce, that guy's dead, isn't he? He drowned?
Yeah.
So he's dead. The fuck?
I don't know. Question number 24. A person told me that Leon and Ada had a one-night stand. Is that true?
No, they never
said
had
what?
a one night.
Who said that?
Wait, what's the question?
Who the fuck?
Leon and Ada never had a one night stand.
Who said that? Richard, please don't tell me you heard that before, because I never heard that.
Jenny-
one-night stand.
Jenny always says stuff like, "Do you really think they had a one night stand?
But why does she
Do you
say
really
that,
think
though?
they did it? Do you really think they did something?" It's like, no, they didn't.
When?
They
When?
left during. I'm not even gonna fucking answer that. No, they never had a one night stand.
No, Jenny. No to you too, Jenny. I will come the Okay.
What?
Okay, Paris. So do you think Leon and Ada had a one-night stand in Resident Evil 2?
No, in like.
Yeah, I'm sure with all the bacteria and viruses rolling around, they fucking dropped their drawers and got it on. Yeah, you know? That fucking G-virus spreading around.
Mr. X just chasing them. Yeah, they did it.
Maybe that's what mutated Leon's hair.
Whether it wasn't RE2 or not, no. They're game characters.
And you know what? If
no.
they did, in Operation Raccoon City, I'd be able to shoot them during sex.
There you go. Question number 25. Save the best for last. Are you
Kill
okay?
that Paul.
Okay, so I guess this is for... Okay. Save the best one for last. Are you okay? Because you and Richard and Perry are funny. If you need to take a break, you can. I'll understand. Keep it up. Feel better. I'm hanging in there, trying to get better each day.
I'm pretty mundane.
And Perry's...
Yeah, I'm all
How you
right.
doing?
I'm dealing with deafness in one ear, but I'm all right.
And I already explained everything that went on in the last few podcasts to you guys, so you guys know I'm fine. But like with the content and everything, this is my break. Doing the podcast, doing the Let's Play, that's a fun. This is stepping back, doing some collection updates. I'm not like that in. I'm not that into it right now until. I'm not that into it right now until I get better.
That was
because
awesome because
things
we did that at the same time.
Yeah.
because things
Skype
aren't
high
like 100
five.
Yeah.
because things aren't like 100%, but until they get better, you'll be good. So yeah, we're hanging
What'd
in
you
there,
say?
trying. But yeah, so that's the thing. We try to separate personal life to YouTube. You know, try to have fun with it, and that's why we. That's why we
It's
do. what
okay.
we
I'm
do.
watching Dawn of the Dead.
That's why we do what we do, guys. So there you go. Thanks, Mark Main, for your barrage of questions. Hey, Tommy Love is back.
Yeah,
Says,
this
hey,
guy.
hey, Ant, it's me again. These
Hey,
are the
let me
questions
ask
for
this
you and
guy a
Richard.
serious question. Is your name Hitomi? Because there's like a Japanese porn star out there that's like famous. Name Hitomi?
No, Hitomi is Final Fantasy, isn't it?
No, that's a name too.
Because well, he's in the Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah? Well, maybe he watches porn too. That's a Final Fantasy.
Oh my god. Well, all right, so
I'm
let's
joking
disregard
around.
that.
We're not talking about that
Yeah.
shit.
But that is interesting thought, though. But anyway, question number 1. Well, because it could be based off that, or it could be based off something else. I don't fucking.
Yeah,
know
let's
where
find
this
out what
thing's
he
going
is. And don't get mad. Just answer the question. Anyway, whatever. Let's just go.
Question number 1. Have you seen Ada in Resident Evil Damnation? She is smoking hot, man.
Oh,
I'll
he's
totally
into it
tap-
then. Oh my god.
I'll totally tap that if you guys have to pick which girl to go out with.
I would pick like
to
a
go-
fucking real girl. You know, brunette, big tits, nice ass. There you go. Thank you.
Which is going to be Ada? Well, he's saying between like and fantasy and stuff. That's fine,
we don't do that. Sorry.
Which is going to be Ada Wong or Claire?
No, thank you. Real people. Sorry.
Richard, do you have any input on this? So I'm not like embarrassed here.
He's asking Ada Wong or Claire.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ada Wong.
Probably Ada.
Yeah, so the bitch can steal your money or your car keys, and you wake up the next morning, it's not there.
Ada Wong's a bad.
And plus, he said no.
She's
You
a
can't.
hard to get bitch. Fuck.
Yeah, she said no. You can't. He also said no. You can't pick Jill because everybody loves Jill. Well, yeah, everybody
Fuck
does.
you.
We already picked Jill, so that's pretty much in our heads. But no, well, yeah. As what Perry was saying, yes. I understand. Like it's just a fucking thing. I don't really care.
Whatever.
But Ada, for sure.
Yeah.
Brunette with big tits, like Perry said, doesn't sound too bad.
It's not bad at all.
I already had two of them, but
Try it sometime.
I did twice.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Let's go.
Tell you that one. Anyway, question number 2: if one or more of you loved ones turned into zombies, would you shoot them like Steve did in Resident Evil Code Veronica, or would you run away? I know I would be hesitating if this ever happened someday. That is kind of a different question. I would shoot them. I would shoot them. Because they would suffer more as a zombie, and I'd put them to rest.
Yeah, I mean, you want someone else to shoot them, or like in fucking Night of the Dead remake, when they fucking with them and burning them, beating the shit out of them and everything. Come on. If there's no cure for them, just end it for them. They would do it for you.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you do it for them?
Yeah, I would do it myself because I think that's proper. In my opinion,
I would ask them
if
they wanted me to shoot them. And if they said yes, then yeah, sure. If they said no, then I would just wait. It's
true.
Their call.
It is their best.
Well, you can also say, hey, if you're ever on life support, who do you want to do it? Who do you want to pull the plug on? And you'll get your answer.
Yeah, I know. And, I mean, it really depends because most people say, like, they want you to do it because they don't want to harm others as a zombie. They don't want to put others' lives in danger. And, yeah, so there you go. Good question. Question number 3. There is Biohazard restaurant in Japan. I know there is. Like, fuck, I want to go there. That'd be cool. I believe it's the official Capcom Biohazard restaurant with a life-size tyrant. In this restaurant, I now live in Hong Kong. I would like to visit Japan one day and check the place out.
We'll send you $58 so you can go. That's what he wants. Let's do it.
Best of all, there are Japanese. Best of all, there are Japanese chicks there, and they give out gifts when you eat there. They give Biohazard-themed beverages like a mixed herb drink and the brain of the liquor as a chocolate dessert.
We have that. Cool. It's called 7-Eleven.
And he said Japanese girls are hot, by the way. Well, I guess they are. Continuing from the last part, my question is, would you like to go? And if... Oh, would I like to go? And what would you order? I would love to go. I mean, a Nemesis T-type spaghetti. I'm just making that up, but there are like shit like that, like shooting practice thing.
Hey,
where
why
you
don't
can
you just
shoot
cook
at
the food in your house, save a lot of money, and fucking call it whatever you want?
Well, Perry, you're very blunt with your answers, but I'd like to say I would go. It'd be fun. I'd like to go to Japan. That would be a cool trip, but I mean, that would be something I'd do.
I'd prefer it if the restaurant came to me. I would never travel to Japan just to...
No, not just for that.
Yeah, do that.
No, I would never go just for that, but it'd be cool. Like,
I don't want to fly on planes.
You wouldn't even be able to read the menu. You'd look at it like, yeah, I'll get this one right here, the squares with the lines.
Really interesting that you bring that up at Tony Love, because that was I
don't like airplanes, so I ain't going nowhere unless it's Canada. I'll hang out with Richard.
Oh yeah,
Canada. You can actually drive.
Can fucking fly to Japan, and he can Skype us from there.
Red or polar bears.
That's it.
Well, I definitely would go up to Canada one day for sure, because it's actually possible to get there.
Yeah, it's like right after Detroit or whatever. It's a nice country.
And question 4. We have seen various parts of Raccoon City: RPD, fire department, restaurant, news, press office, gas station, park, hospital. What would you like to see? Perhaps maybe an amusement park of Raccoon City or the high school? I'd pass.
Wait, out of those options?
Yeah, maybe a high school.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say high school.
High school would be cool.
Yeah.
But I'd kind of, on the idea of seeing them, I don't...
I said this before, my high school, back in the day, before they put another
Yeah.
building there and ruined it. So, there you go.
All right, question number 5. I tend to stick with one main theme with my questions. That theme is Resident Evil. However, this time I would like to ask you something different, Ant. I've been a subscriber for a while now. I was wondering what is the link of your film making channel where you make films with your friends. We never really see you on camera. This is just hear you talk about Resident Evil stuff. Also, what do you... Okay, hold on one second.
That's personal.
Well, it's personal, but I can send them the link personally.
Personal.
Yeah, but you should, Richard's right, you should keep it personal, man. You don't know who the hell is asking.
Well, true, but I don't want to seem like a...
Nah, you don't have to.
dickhead.
It's personal. It's fine. It's personal preference. If you're
Alright.
voting for the presidency and somebody said, hey, man, who you voting for? You're going to fucking tell them? No. You're going to be like, that's my business. Sorry about that. Nobody's business. If you don't want anybody to know your business, it's nobody's business. I'm not saying the guys were wrong for asking, but if you want to keep it private, keep it private, because there's a lot of trolls on the internet. I'm not saying the guy's a troll.
Yeah, I know. He's just... Perry's just being realistic, that's all. He's not... And plus, I understand, that I don't want him to get offended if, he said, also, what do you do... why am I having... Okay, I gotta scroll up first. Okay, there we go. What do you do for your living right now? And are you planning anything like moving out?
It's personal.
Yeah, more personal shit. But thanks for your questions, though, man. I mean, nothing
What's
against
this guy
you,
trying to do? Come to your house?
I don't think he's done.
Because if you are, I got his address.
Next Gamer 19, Shinji Mikami. Next Gamer 19 just said Shinji Mikami's new game revealed bringing back survival horror. Hopefully, he just said that randomly. I don't know. Anyway, Hitomi Love has question 6. If you could create a new BOW, what would it be? I would take a mutated rat with some fucked up teeth and a giant tail with an enormous head to go along with it, or a cockroach that rips off the player's arms and body parts.
Don't the Gremlins do that in the first game?
Oh, the hunters?
No, the Gremlins, the ones in the steam rooms.
The chimeras? Yeah.
They're called Gremlins in the manual.
Well, I have the action figure by Toy Biz, and
they probably changed the name because they're probably going to get sued at some point.
Well, I don't know. On the Resident Evil Wiki, they call them chimeras.
I'm telling you, there was something they used to call them Gremlins. I'm not even kidding.
In the book, they're called mesh monkeys.
Fuck these guys.
Their BOW name is Chimera, I guess. Who cares? I don't know. I don't know how to make a BOW. I'd make something very monstrous that, intimidates the shit out of you, kind of like Nemesis.
Outbreak. Go ahead.
I'd probably make something, subtle but very creepy. Like the dolls from the Hookman video. Or maybe something like the Regenerator. Something when you walk into a room,
Oh, yeah.
you're like,
Oh, shit.
no, I'm leaving this room.
All right. Question number 7. Oh. Sorry.
Outbreak kind of took my idea. I would make the mutated elephant, and they already took that, so whatever.
Titan.
Nice.
But you could bring that back, because nobody fucking even knows that existed, probably.
Yeah, nobody played that far into the game. Question number 7. There are a lot of cool Biohazard Resident Evil items out there. I only collect authentic stuff, and there is one item...
Be collecting for the rest of your life, then.
It is not super expensive, but it's hard to find. Would you like to have some green herb, red herb, and blue herb tea? Or even better, all 3 bags of tea together, you will get mixed herb
What do you want us
bag.
to have, a heart attack?
I'm referring to the special Resident Evil 2 controller. It comes with 3 tea bags, 1 each flavor. Wow. 3 in total. Since you can't drink the red one... You can't drink the red one? That's kind of...
Alright, heart attack. There's a lot of shit in it.
You can't drink the blue one either. You have to combine them with the green one first.
Essentially, this question is asking you if you'd like to collect something that's Resident Evil, and you are a Resident Evil collector.
Well, yeah, he says, seriously, would you like to try
Anthony,
some,
buy a copy of the game and buy a Red Bull. and that's it. You're good.
Well, obviously,
I don't endorse Red Bull drinking, by the way. I'm just joking.
obviously the answer is going to be yes because, if you're a collector, you're obviously going to want it.
Yes, yeah. He said what I wanted. I don't know if he's saying if he would give them to me personally. That would be very cool. That'd be very generous of you. I don't know if I'd actually drink them because I know like tea doesn't really expire.
Set up a P.O. box, Anthony.
Yeah, I would. Like, I would one day, actually, but I mean, I don't really want people... I just feel like an asshole if I have people send me
let them
stuff
send
out
it
of
to you.
blue.
The hell with it. They're going to throw it out anyway.
Well, that is
Open
true.
open a P.O. box and fucking have these people mail you shit.
Yeah, and Hitomi Love, if you want to message me about that, just PM me on YouTube. And, I'll say, I'll let you know about that. Question number 8. I know you already made a video regarding on how to record your LP. I would definitely love to see another video explaining how you edit your Let's Play with Sony Vegas, like getting your voice recorded and using it in your LP together. It'd be interesting to see more from you, Ant. Yeah, I'd fucking, I would do that maybe one day, when, kind of on my downtime when I'm not really doing, maybe before I start
do it after
up
school
again.
one day. You don't have
Yeah.
to, you
I
don't
mean,
have to plan it out. Don't say like, oh, one day I'll do it. No, just do it whenever you
whenever
feel
it
like
feels
it, whenever
right.
you can, because it's just video making. It's a hobby. You don't have to make these super
Yeah, I
long
know.
plans for it. It's like there's nothing's gonna get in the way, really.
Yeah, I know. Do you have any plans, like, for the future contents of your channel? Or maybe Richard would like to try it, too?
Yes, we are shutting the channel down. Those are our future plans.
Future plans, it's too soon to tell.
RE5
Yeah.
Let's Play.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, future, that's all, like... I pretty much said everything that is, like, up to this point. You know
Hello,
what I mean?
young man.
Question number 9. What's your favorite intro scene of any Resident Evil title? Resident Evil 3.
Probably Resident Evil Remake. Yeah.
Intro title. I like the first game.
Yeah, he mentions in this thing, I don't want to read it because it might take too long. He just says the classic was fucking owns too. And he said that, it was funny seeing the actors and stuff, and it was kind of cool with the background intro music and the cast and stuff. That was kind of cool. It was kind of cheesy, but it was that 90s cheese that was really cool. And, yep, there you go. Richard, you give yours?
Yeah, Remake.
Remake? Gotcha. Lastly, not to be rude, but I'm seeing a lot of these one-sentence question that's pretty much saying, hey, I got a question for you, but I'm not putting any effort.
What's your
You have
favorite
to answer
dirty
them,
movie,
though.
Sydney?
Seriously,
Harry
if
Girls
you people
number
wanna-
17.
Seriously, if you girls want to ask questions, think before you type. This is named after Resident Evil Podcast, after all.
Resident
that wasn't a
Evil
question.
78.
But he pretty much said he appreciates my work and how you Richard took some time off each week to record a podcast. Thank you. Well, thank you for asking the questions and being a good supporter. It's okay, guys. Like
Thank you.
he was saying, how
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
It's okay, guys.
Where's the Hall of Fame? Where's the building? Where are the statues?
It's okay, guys. If
Where's the Hall of
you
Fame,
ask-
Anthony? Oh. Oh my god, I just died.
It's okay.
Oh.
It's okay, guys. If you ask questions that aren't about Resident Evil, because I say that in the video. I'm saying, hey,
I got a
ask-
question for you. What the hell is this woman with no lips smoking?
Oh, that's Team Sleep. It's
Yeah, well, tell them to get lost and get a new icon.
What?
Just get a new icon.
It's just the Skype icon. Anyway, you guys can ask questions that that are about.
Yeah,
anything.
just don't
It
ask
doesn't
personal
have to be
stuff
Resident
because
Evil
we
related.
don't want to divulge that right now. Bullshit.
Yeah, like if
Whatever.
if
Whatever.
like it could be
Whatever.
It could be personal.
What? What?
Well, it could be
What?
It could be personal, like because it can
What?
be personal to a certain extent.
What?
Because I do say in the question video it can be personal, but to a certain degree. Like if you say how are you, like what have you been up to, I don't mind answering. But there you go. So thanks to Tony Love. All right, anyway, Stan Profile says, have you heard of this game Redwood? It was canceled. I haven't.
Wait, yeah.
He said
Red,
He said
The
it looks
Thing,
like
right?
the Thing in Dead Space. Yeah.
Yeah, there's gameplay of it on YouTube. It looks really awesome.
It got canceled.
Fuck them for canceling it. Like Perry always said, they always get the good games and then they cancel it.
Who was making it?
Yeah, they cancel all the good shit.
It looked really, really cool, though.
All right, and Rami Wasif says, "Who is Stars Bravo team leader?" Enrico.
Yep, Enrico.
My what?
Yeah, the Stars Bravo team leader. We just said it's Enrico. If you don't know.
Obviously he got shot in the head.
All right, and those are all the questions, so we can finally wrap this up. It's almost been 3 hours. Fuck. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. We answered all your questions. Thank you guys for answering all your questions. This will be the last podcast for a little while until more shit happens, till Revelations comes out, possibly. I'll sometime in May, and I'll see you guys around. There'll be maybe like 2 or 3 Let's Play Let's Have Funs coming around. We're in the process of recording that, actually. A few collection updates. Thanks all you guys for your support, and just keep watching, keep liking. Go on iTunes and rate us and download if you want. And thanks for supporting us, even though things have been not as active as I would like them to be. But again, there's always good reason, and there's always going to be a good comeback from that. So, guys, is there anything you or Richard would want to plug before we end it up here?
No. Thank you to everybody who keeps asking us questions. I think my favorite part about these podcasts are answering them, and
definitely,
I will always be around for podcasts, and Anthony will always be around to keep his channel alive. Just come on, Anthony, upload some more videos at faster rates. Come on.
Well, there's only so much I
give
can
a
do.
shit.
I mean,
but yeah, just thanks to everybody.
What about you, Perry? You want to thank anybody or plug?
I want to thank you all for letting me answer your questions. And if I say anything to offend anybody, I didn't mean it. I'm just joking around here. I know people want me to be a permanent host, but the bottom line is I can't do that. I can come on every once in a while, because let's face it, if I'm permanent host with these guys, I'm going to get burned out quick, and you're going to be like, get that fucking guy off the show. I just want to say thank you for all the positive response
Very positive,
from the third episode. I really thought I was going to get fucking hammered, but I didn't by anybody.
You were welcome.
And I appreciate that, and I hope I made you guys laugh in this episode.
A lot of joking, yeah.
Yeah, well, I try. I mean, there's not much I can really... Because
that's
I do
how
a
you
wrestling
are, dude.
podcast and shit happens every hour on that, whereas Resident Evil, obviously, it's whenever news breaks on the actual series or the industry news or whatever.
Or we come up with just good topics to keep
Yeah,
going.
so obviously, if you like listening to me, you can go to cheappop.net and listen to me on the Cheap Pop podcast. It's about WWE wrestling.
Mark Madden would like that.
Yeah, we talk about, the guys oiling each other up and taking steroids and mashing their butts in between each other's cheeks and everything. Yeah, you can also go to my YouTube channel, AOX Episodes, and you can listen to the podcast there if you don't feel like going to the site. And you can listen to me there. I also have other videos on there, a lot of Xbox stuff, hacking type deals, a lot of parody videos. Anthony's in a few of them, some of the Hulk Hogan videos.
Yeah, you can see an appearance by
Anthony,
me in that, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, you play Charlie Sheen. And
that was fun.
I don't know. It's pretty much it. I'm plugging all that crap. We're on Facebook, on Facebook.com, Cheap Pop, and we are on Twitter, Cheap Pop Podcast, I think, on Twitter. I don't even know. That's Anthony's brother made that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, we're all over the place. So if you want to, obviously, you guys listen to Anthony and Richard, fine. But I can't be on all the time. But if you want to listen to me talk about other stuff, go there.
And there you go.
And you can hear what Anthony's retarded brother sounds like. No, I'm kidding.
Pretty, I know. Well, yeah, he can't. Well, he turned. Well, it's 420 now, but at 419 he turned 20.
I was on the phone. I was on Skype with him all fucking night because we were talking about what was going on. We got off Skype at like 4:30 in the morning.
God damn. No wonder why he woke up at like 2. Anyway, yeah. So we're gonna wrap up the show. So thank you guys. I hope all you guys had fun with it. I hope you guys took offense to
wrap
anything.
up the show with.
Yeah, I hope you guys didn't
Jill,
take offense to anything.
Jill? I didn't mean to get naked in front of you.
It was all fun. It was all for fun. And
Jill, was that you, Jill?
And that's why we do it. And
Chris, was that you, Chris?
That's why we do it, guys.
Wesker,
So,
was that you, Wesker?
So I'll catch you guys next time.
Can you
Bye,
fart,
guys.
Rebecca?